WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A good karma Brands radio station. Don.
You're a filth bag. You're a sex-starved filth bag.
Hahn.
The guy's going to be 41.
Flicking it.
And Rosenberg.
Go look at Redford in that movie right now. You'll want to hook up with him. This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Oh boy, it's 3:02 in the big city. Happy, Alan?
Did you guys see The Golden Child yesterday?
Oh, okay. Hold on. No, hold on.
I've seen it many times.
Redemption. Redemption.
No, hold on. We can't.
You all laughed at me.
This
you
is
all
too
mocked
soon.
it. You all said it.
No.
You all said it. Is he a fool?
No.
Is he a fool?
It's too
He's
soon.
taking the Browns?
No, it's too soon.
Is he crazy?
Too soon.
Crazy like a fox.
Oh, yeah. Against the Raider team where they're
Three.
starting quarterback is giving a finger to the crowd.
All right.
It's a good start. It's a nice start. You know
Had
what?
to get it out. Had to get it out.
The baby didn't poop himself in the first hour. It's a win.
It's a win. That's all that matters. It's 3 points in the pocket.
I did not know.
Big 5-point weekend.
I did not know in the first 8 seconds we were going to get to Shedeur
You kidding me?
Sanders.
What did I tell you? I told you on
this is
Friday
worse
that
than
I
the
would be
Commanders
insufferable.
Yeah, by the way, Don, have I ever done it in the first 8 seconds?
No.
Never,
this
not
is-
once.
No, I know. No, but this is different.
This is your love. This is your boy.
Different.
And by the way, the funny
feels
thing
good to
is,
be right.
the funniest thing about it, Don, is that I watch. Obviously, I wasn't able to settle in for the whole game, but I watched pieces and I watched the long 15-minute highlight. I thought he sucked. I'm not kidding. Every play I saw of his, I was like, even the big deep ball he connected on, it always seemed like he was just chucking it up like a miracle. And then when they get in the red zone, you know what they do? They take him out of the game. They run the direct snap.
Watch your mouth.
Every time. You know what? We're in the red. You know what you see with the great quarterbacks, Don? You take them out of the game when they get inside the 10.
It's the new NFL. Get used to it.
It's a bit of a project for Allen. He should be proud.
He should be. It's a great pick.
If he does eventually win this, he would have been there from the laying of the foundation right up to the putting the lights on top of the Empire State Building. He's there for the entire 3.5-year construction of this thing.
No, you deserve it. You should lay in at all these points. Good
and the
for
3
you.
points are good too for you.
Big
I mean,
three.
I had a tough week, but I did get the 3-pointer with the Bears.
Yes.
So I was happy with that. But boy, football, man.
Oh.
Football.
And I get a nice 2-in-1 week, and it's good for nothing because the Chiefs were my 3-point play, and the
Chiefs are back, man. You know what they're back doing?
Oh,
not
covered. Back. The Chiefs are back to doing what you do.
Yeah.
You root for them to cover for you, and then you go, you know what? Screw it then, just lose. And they go, no, we'll win. We just won't cover.
It's you know what? I got to tell you, because this will set up what we're going to talk about. But we had a family get-together yesterday at my wife's cousin's farm up in Sussex County.
Wife's cousin's farm. All right.
They have an alpaca farm up in Wantage. It's amazing. It's a great time. Kids have a great time.
The kids got to love the alpacas.
They're playing with the baby chicks, and it was just really cool.
Okay.
But their living room, they had a 2 TV setup. So we got the Jets on one TV, Giants on the other. It was a perfect dream.
So much bad football at one time.
Yeah, right. You hate – it's like getting 2 bowls of gruel, right? Like when Oliver said, more, please, I got more.
Yeah.
And it was a great setup considering, you hate those family outings on a Sunday because of football, but honestly, how am I going to say no when these 2 teams are god-awful? Even the excuse of I got to watch it for work, honey.
No.
It's difficult to
You'd
flop. survive. But it worked with the setup, so I didn't miss it down. It was great. So the Jet game, if you paid attention to it, and God bless you.
Hell no.
That game, the one thing they did you a favor, it was over quick. So you got to see on CBS in New York pretty much the most important part of the fourth quarter and all of overtime of Colts Chiefs.
Yes.
Right.
So as the Giants are blowing their lead and just vomiting all over themselves in a big spot like they always do, they're the Chiefs, shadow of their own goalpost, 4th down. They're going to lose. They're going to fall under 500. Big 4th down conversion, march down the field, tie the game, win the game in overtime, and was right there, 2 TVs in one living room of a team that knows how to win and a team that does not know how to win. Mm-hmm. And there it was, all-encompassing. But, yeah, the Chiefs are back to learning how to win, but the hook always costs you, Peter. That's why the Chiefs, even when they were a bet to win the game, not covering. They were
I
a
hate
3.5 point favorite, and they won by 3. But they're not all the way back. But I just thought that was really
Can't
a
kill
lesson
'em.
in what to do and what not to do.
No,
You know
that's
what we also learned?
brutal.
We continue to learn each week that nobody ever wants to admit the fact that the running game is still the most important part of the game. Quarterbacks are important in key moments, yes. Defense is important, clearly. But when you have a running game, you have a chance to win every single game.
Well,
and when
I
you
would
can't
agree,
run, you will lose.
But in only certain when you've got a lead, it is definitely the most important thing to have.
Yeah.
If you're down 2 scores, it's not exactly the most important thing to have.
Well, look at the Eagles.
But you got to be able to find a way to be able to hold on to a lead. And Barkley's not the same that he was last year, but still, that's crazy, man. Yeah, there's another thing where I would not put Dak Prescott among the greatest quarterbacks I've ever seen play, but damn, does he know how to win a divisional game at home.
22-2.
And as somebody who roots for a team that never does that, it is pretty amazing. So listen, down 21, looking bad too. Like this,
Yes.
looking like there's no shot to be able to win that game. But that's what Dak does. You know, they won't take them very far. But the one thing they can do, was it 22-2 at home against
22-2. That's right.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
No, listen. Since the Commanders stink, I want chaos. I was all for the Dallas win. Give me chaos. I
agree.
don't want the Eagles to just go marching through. I mean, the Giants have made it clear, that. And one thing you didn't mention, Don, because we're making fun of how putrid the football is in New York. To be clear, this Giants brand of putrid is much more entertaining than it used to be. They blow it in the fourth quarter.
No question.
I'll take that over 12 points. Like, they score. They're interesting. Jameis Winston's an exciting player to watch. Then they just lose. So at least you're getting some entertaining football. I just want the whole division up in flames. So give me that Eagles loss in Dallas. I love it. Up 21-0 too. Now,
But what do we make now of this with the Giants? Because there's so many. Forget the game and the law. All that stuff is out because we don't care about the result at this point, right? Because what's happening now is how are you viewing this team going forward? And there's many different things. There's the head coach. There's the interim head coach and decisions he made. There's a decision that he made today, which is to fire Shane Bowen, which is probably several weeks too late. But it does acknowledge what we've all seen, which is that defense stinks. That this offense, over 500 yards of offense, and you lost. Like how? So this
again,
what we're seeing is it's the defense is the major problem. The offense with capable quarterbacks is clearly an offense that can score. And it does also, one more question is, why the hell was Jameis Winston not even dressing for games earlier this season?
I will say this. I don't, it's only 2 games. And listen, you lost to better teams. The Packers and the Lions are better than the Giants. And if you didn't have all the past and all the bias of how you feel about this organization, you can't kill them for losing to 2 really quality teams. I mean, Detroit has not lost back-to-back games since literally 2022. So they don't lose back-to-back games. And the Packers are a good football team. But when you throw all the other junk in, it's really hard to be proud of it or happy about any of it. And the one thing I think we did learn in the last 2 games is they did the right thing firing Dable. I honestly, because it just looks different to me.
Mm-hmm.
You can't put a figure on it. It just looks better. It looks more organized. It looks more creative. There's more confidence. It just looks better in the last 2 games than what we saw under Dable all season long.
No, the only thing that feels the exact same is the fourth quarter.
Right.
The fourth quarter, but Don, you could also argue that once Dart got in there, the offense actually looked really good with Dable too. Again, my question is, okay, clearly the offense isn't a problem. It's why was Russell Wilson, backing up even after he was taken out as a starter? And why did he start the season? We all just assume that Jameis must not be very good.
And
he looks like a guy that thrives in an offense like
this.
By
the way, I just want to say clear, because if I don't say it, no one else will. I didn't assume that. I've said all year, where's Jameis Winston?
That's fair.
Russell Wilson has been cooked. We know Jameis Winston will give you 30 picks every year, but he's a dynamic offensive player.
And he galvanizes his group, man. You see the energy's different.
And it was so obvious, Peter, that stupid out of me to lean towards, well, there must be something up with Winston. He can't play. If he can't take the job away from Russ, then he must just be shot. No.
It's a
We found
reasonable
out over the
thought
last
you
two games
had.
that is not the case. He is not shot. He gives energy. Listen, there's limitations to his game too. I mean, we know that. That was a bad pick that he threw, and the defense actually bailed him out of that early in that second half. But no, listen, it's creative, it's fun. You can see everybody else jumping around. I think that more than anything else really puts the finishing touches on the Dable firing is that how did he not go to him, and how many of these games could they have won if he was the quarterback late in some of these losses?
Yep.
Or just how would it have looked if he was the starting quarterback instead of Russell Wilson the first 3 weeks of the season?
Well, and
it drives you crazy.
And
Yeah,
it's interesting to think about too, right, guys? That changes the whole season.
Does.
If you start with Winston in the first few games, and maybe they get a W or two instead of losing them, although, again, he's lost his 2 games, it changes the whole timing of the Dart project.
Yes, it does.
Everything's different. If they weren't obsessed with Wilson early on, and I just don't understand what Dable could have been thinking or what personal thing he had against Winston. And if that was the case, why'd they bring Winston in the first place?
I can explain away that they probably made some sort of handshake agreement with Russ that he would start the season. So I don't doubt that. I don't have.
We're bringing you in to be the starter, right?
But I can't explain why he had to be the backup the second Dart came, unless they just didn't want to insult him. But when you see the poor play backing up, well, that's when you say, all right, well, Winston's going to be the guy. And Winston didn't become the guy until Kafka took over. So there must have been something between them, although Winston had nothing but praise for Dable as he walked out the door. Maybe that was good juju by Winston, just didn't want to disrupt things or admit that there was an issue between the two of them. I don't know. But he's got a lot of explaining to do one day on why Winston wasn't given more of a chance. Just a bunch of reasons why Dable was fired in the first place. There's also a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda.
Wow, he did it.
It's
It's their customer service and it's their savings during the More to Move You event. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5S all-wheel drive for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S075414711. MSRP $31,070. Zero security deposit. Ends 12/1/25. So now we move on to, is this just further evidence that they got to blow the whole thing up because it's still the same result? Or do we dig a little deeper and look at the good of Kafka and say, hey, it's a defensive issue. They just got rid of the problem in Bowen. Now we can move forward. Obviously not now. You've got a linebackers coach taking over the rest of the way. But was that the final problem, or are you still of the ilk? You know what? Just blow the whole damn thing up.
I want to phone a friend because we've been talking about the Giants all year, right? And we all, even Don, with your Giant fandom, you still do have this disconnect right now emotionally, right? Because you're looking at again practically you're looking at it from a week to week thing. You already know the season's over.
Yes.
But anytime we have in our meetings a conversation, Anthony is a Giants fan. And you can hear it every time he talks about him. He hates coming on the mic to show it, but I almost feel like today is the right day for this because I don't feel like a full clean everything out upheaval because you are seeing a lot of pieces on this team, and you're seeing the pieces perform well. It's the defense giving up points late. It's another 10-point lead late. The record that they have here. In leading by double digits, being 2-5 this season, leading by double digits just doesn't make sense on any level. But yet they do because the defense was bad. But there's talent on this roster. This team is good enough when it comes to winning games. We've already told you that they have enough to have had a 500 record at one point this season, and they were blowing games late because their defense was bad and the coaching was bad. So I don't think you have to blow the whole front office out. I think now what you're wondering is Kafka a guy that coached his way out of being considered for the job from the decisions he made late in the game last night or yesterday? And Anthony's response was, I don't care. No one should be considered. He wants all new people. Anthony, please bring the same energy you brought in the meeting right now on the show and let us know exactly how you feel as a Giants fan as we sit here and try to talk about what's the best thing for the Giants to do going forward.
What the heck have you guys been talking about for 16 minutes?
It's a great point.
It looks better? What's better? They lost the same game they lost 5 times this year already. They're the only team that has had 2 500-yard games on offense and lost both of them. With a defense that's supposedly supposed to be carrying this team with a young quarterback in Jackson Dart who was supposed to have some growing pains, or Russell Wilson or Jameis Winston, and that's not the problem. And you guys talking about, you should have kicked the field goal. Why? What's the difference? They could have scored a touchdown. You know what? You know what it would have done? It would have allowed the East Coast audience to enjoy whatever 1 o'clock game was still going on and not have to watch overtime. Because the same thing would have happened. Jahmyr Gibbs would have ran for 70 yards in the fourth quarter and win the game, as opposed to running once in overtime and the Giants lose. I don't know why anybody that watches this team would want anybody from this regime back.
And I hear that. And I'm sure a lot of fans listening, 1-800-919-3776, are going to agree with that. But if you look at it and say, well, wait a minute. In those 5 games, and those 5 games are Packers, Bears, Broncos, Lions, and Cowboys, possibility that all 5 of those teams are going to be playoff teams. Not to mention the 2 playoff teams they beat, and the Chargers and the Eagles. So you have the talent for 3.5 quarters, but you don't have it for the final 7 minutes of the game. Now, I agree with you. There's a loser's stink here that needs to be hosed off.
Yeah.
Because these guys are just used to losing, have forgotten how to win. But Kafka can't change all that in 2 games. And against the Packers and against the Lions, they didn't get blown out. They didn't get embarrassed. They hung in there and ended up, listen, if those were the only 2 blown leads of the year, you probably would say, hey, listen, they hung with 2 really good teams and just weren't good enough, and they lost the game.
But it's not, Don.
It's not.
It's not.
But that, right, so you win the argument because it's not, but to me, it just looks a little bit more organized. Now, we can debate whether he should kick the field goal, go for it on 4th down. We will do that in a little bit.
But guess what, Don? Sometimes life isn't fair. And if Mike Kafka deserves a chance, that's great. I hope he gets it somewhere else.
All right.
Because I think anything that's a part of this needs to go.
Well, I tell you what, he got the chance. If you listen to him and you listen to the reports, he fired Bowen. To me, that's an indication that he right now is the favorite to get this job.
Has to be.
He is making decisions in the organization. He is firing the defensive coordinator because he knows it depends on how it looks, and he's got 6 games left to try to kind of improve on things, and he figures this defensive coordinator is not going to do it for me. He has power. So whether it's right or wrong, I think they've given him a leash here. I think right at this second, it might change by next week. It might change in a couple of weeks. He's the favorite to get this job. I think Myra wants him to get this job. So I'm kind of looking at it through that prism. He's highly respected in the NFL. He's gotten interviews before. Yeah, you could explain that away because of the whole
Rooney Rule
situation with the Rooney Rule and the fact that he's part Puerto Rican. But also you hear reports he's highly respected. I want to make sure, Anthony, another blown thing by this organization is not letting a good coach walk out the door. So I want to see what he can do here. So, yes, they've blown leads like they have before. But this isn't the Denver game, okay? This was a really good team that hasn't lost back-to-back games in 3 years, winning a game when maybe you made a questionable call not making it a 6-point game. Maybe. I'm sorry, the Lions game and the Packer game are not Denver, are not Dallas, are not New Orleans, and not the Bear game. I'm sorry. These 2 games do look different to me.
It could look different, Don, but it still ends in a loss. And this is year 4 of the Shane regime, and whatever you want to call it, and you're still doing the same stuff that's causing you to lose games. And maybe it's not as embarrassing, or maybe it's not as ugly, but it's still a loss.
Well, if you
and everybody knew what was going to happen when they were up by 10. Everybody knew. The Jameis Winston interception, that didn't happen. I mean, look, it didn't end up costing them that much, but everybody knew an interception was going to happen. Everybody knew that Jahmyr Gibbs couldn't be stopped at all, or Amon-Ra St. Brown. They could have done whatever they wanted on this vaunted defense, and
I'm not
somehow
saying the
Brian
defense
Burns still
is good,
gets
but you know what's different? You know what's different, Anthony? The fact that is, again, there's question marks on play calling on defense, that Dexter Lawrence was not on the field for that play, was not on the field for any of the long runs, and what happened? Unlike under Dable, the coach that made that decision's right now out of a job.
Exactly.
So there's a difference right there that, you know what? You screwed up and now you're out of a job. Gave you a chance, gave you a little leash, gave you 2 games to correct it, and instead your defense couldn't come up with a big stop, and our best defensive player wasn't on the field on the 69-yard touchdown run.
So if you think
there's a difference right there.
Look, no argument that I don't know Mike Kafka. I'm sure he's a nice guy. Maybe he is a good coach, and it seems like the offense, whether it be Dable or Kafka running it, seems to be operating fine with either Jameis Winston or Jackson Dart at quarterback. Are you of the belief that Joe Shane will be coming back at the end of this year?
Well, see, we're arguing 2 different things.
But
I'm willing to wait, Alan, to see where Kafka goes. But I'm not fighting Anthony right now on Kafka. I'm fighting it on Shane.
Yes, I am too.
And I think Shane. I would not have a problem.
Agreed.
Well, let's see how it goes.
Here's
next
the
month
only
and a half right now of Shane coming back.
Oh,
here's the counter to and Anthony. By the way, that was excellent.
Great job.
Really, because
Thanks.
that's the kind of energy that we needed off this. But honestly, because of what you're talking about it's another loss. Of course it is, because it's a poorly coached team. That's what we've known for a while now. Poorly coached team. And they were defensively poorly coached throughout this entire season. Week after week we see evidence of that. Yet they have personnel talent. No one can argue it. Any NFL expert will tell you there's a lot of talent on this roster, which is what makes this job so valuable, which is why some people would take this job, despite the fact that this team is going to have probably the 2nd pick in the draft, which might add to the fact that it's a valuable job. But what you're talking about in wins and losses is coaching. This is not talent. They have a lot of talent. They have not been able to put it together because it's poorly coached talent, poorly used talent. That's simply it. I'll say it one more time. Joe Shane is not batted 1,000. No GM does.
No.
But he has found some pieces, man.
He
has found some good players. Theo Johnson, by the way, for all the drops that he's had around the way, he's starting to come around as a valuable target at tight end. Really good target. Made some huge catches. So that's another piece. You have to understand that if you make the right change, bring in an adult who can get this thing organized and get guys on the right page and hold players accountable, where Malik Neighbors doesn't have to tweet stuff like that we're all thinking that even the players are feeling that way. That stuff's got to go. If you get somebody that comes in here and takes control of the culture and coaches properly, you have enough talent here to flip the record by next year. I guarantee it. Flip the record, because that's how much talent is on this team.
are they going to learn how to tackle in that time?
Well, that's your linebackers and your secondary, and they got to change that area of the game.
Javon Holland said it after the game that you have to be able to hit Jahmyr Gibbs at the very least, just make contact with him at the first level. They couldn't even do that.
That would be a linebacker.
Like 3 or 4 times.
But who's your? By the way, Dexter Lawrence is a run stopper, right? He wasn't in the game.
And also, we can look at every team in this league, Anthony, struggling to tackle Jahmyr Gibbs.
That's a fair point. He actually.
I mean, he may be the best.
Had a unbelievable
But this one,
year.
Peter's the only team that has lost 5 games where they've had a double-digit lead.
Listen, you have every right to want to throw it all away, but I totally understand what Alan's saying about the level of talent they found here. And trust me, I know it sounds crazy. I'm watching a team that's playing significantly worse football than the Giants. They do play some pretty good football. I agree there's a culture problem here. Them blowing leads is a problem. They do have some issues in the secondary, but it is hard for me to throw out the baby with the bathwater.
Peter, what you're saying can be easily quantified this way. A team with a bad roster doesn't have that many 10-point leads in the second half, fourth quarter. You're not good enough. Like, just again,
you just get drubbed.
Look in the same town. The Jets, they never have leads, ever. They're just never good enough to have a lead. You know what I mean? They're always chasing the scoreboard. Bad teams do that. A team that's good but poorly coached always finds a way to keep it competitive or have leads, and then they blow it because they're just poorly coached. They can't finish games for whatever reason, defense, whatever it is. They have a problem with it. That's usually coaching. That's not talent.
The second and third layers of this defense do need improvement.
Oh, yeah, no,
but
they got it.
As you said, no general manager is perfect.
1-800-919-3776. We'll talk to Giants fans about this. We also have to play the Kafka audio because, as Don mentioned, it's pretty interesting to hear that he is, in fact, the person who made the call here. I found that to be very surprising, and I wonder if it goes beyond him being the favorite, but really the guy whose job it is to lose. So we'll get into all of that and talk to you next. More right here on Hahn Rosenberg.
St. John's travels to Vegas to face Iowa State in the Players Era Festival. Coverage begins today at 4:10 on the ESPN New York app.
Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
At the 5-yard line, handoff Brees Hall, finds a crease, runs left, he's into the end zone for a Jet touchdown. Jets fans, clear the runway and be at MetLife Stadium for Week 13 as your New York Jets take on the Atlanta Falcons. Sunday, November 30th at 1 p.m., presented by New Jersey Lottery. Join us as we celebrate First Responders Day. Don't miss your chance to be at the game. Lock in your seats now at nyjets.com/tickets. Once again, that's nyjets.com/tickets.
Whether you're shopping, gaming, or streaming this Black Friday season, don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com to switch. Act now and get a full year of Netflix, an unlimited mobile line, a $400 prepaid card, and more, all on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Bet 365. Bet 365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. Good afternoon. Already jammed on the belts eastbound in Queens. A crash over by Sunrise Highway. Been out there for a while. Traffic is at a standstill there from JFK. After that, if you're getting onto the eastbound Southern State in Nassau County, bumper-to-bumper ride approaching the Meadowbrook, picking up a crash from the right lane. Best if it's the outbound George, no delays on the Henry Hudson and West Side Highway. Cross Bronx westbound, your worst ride. You're crawling there from White Plains Road on through. Inbound George, no roadwork to slow you down. You're looking good on both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln will run you about 5 to 10. Outbound Holland 10 to 15. This report is sponsored by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Well, the PCA can help. It's a national nonprofit developing better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. More info at positivecoach.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Fellas, it's the season to shine, and not just from the holiday lights. Manscaped is here to keep you looking sharp for every holiday party, family photo, and mistletoe moment. The Lawnmower 5, groin and body trimmer, and the Chairman Plus face shaver deliver precision, comfort, and control worthy of Santa's nice list. I've been good and nice. Whether you're tidying up before a big night out or preparing for New Year's Eve, Manscaped has your back. And your face too, to be exact. So gift yourself with some grooming greatness this season, because looking good is the best gift of all. And now you can find Manscaped products at your local Walmart.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last 2, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
the bomb. Don Hahn Rosenberg, 3:31. Thanksgiving week is upon us, and no one left in this town is playing any meaningful football, but that doesn't mean there's not interesting conversations being had about those football teams, including major moves by the New York Giants. Shane Bowen out as defensive coordinator. Here's Mike Kafka, the interim head coach, on today's moves.
Made the tough decision today to let Shane go as our defensive coordinator, and effective immediately, we're gonna let Charlie Bullen run the defense as our defensive coordinator. I got a lot of faith in Charlie, and obviously these decisions aren't easy. And Shane's a good person, he's a good man, he's a good coach. Just the results just weren't where we wanted them to be, and so Charlie's gonna step up for us and rally the group. The defensive staff will rally around Charlie and put together a great plan. I got a lot of confidence in the room and a lot of confidence in our staff to do that.
Yep. Sounds like a guy that made a decision, didn't it, Peter?
It's sure what it sounded like to me. It sounded like
but it's a decision for this season. I mean, you got to know that he wasn't coming back next year anyway, right? So if he just says, hey, listen, the defense just isn't good enough, they say, hey, if you want to make a change, make a change. It's your staff right now. Like I'm not reading too much into this, guys. This is a this season decision. Shane Bowen was never going to be around next year.
That's right. But he is given the power to try to win this job. That's what I'm reading into. And again, I'm coupling this from the conversation a couple of weeks ago, sitting right here at The Rock, talking to Carl Banks, who did not want to speculate on who the next coach could be because they've got a coach right now, as he said, in Shane Bowen that's going to be given a chance. And listen, he's tapped into this organization. So that told me.
Who were you talking to again?
Carl Banks. But
I forgot.
It was important to drop it because it wasn't just some schmo. It was a guy that's
Carl
tapped into
Banks.
the organization. And we all felt when Carl said that, hey, this got some legs, man. I think Kafka's going to get a look. Now Kafka's getting to make changes to the coaching staff. So all I'm saying, not that he's going to get the job. I'm not even sure I want him to get the job. That's why I want to see how this plays out.
Okay.
But I just have a feeling, guys, he's the favorite right now, and it's getting close to where, Pete, I'm not right where you are, but it might be his job to lose. It could be. Especially if Shane's going to stick around, they may not want to look any further. And we don't know who the next guy is going to be anyway. It looks like Lane Kiffin's going to go to LSU. We don't even know if McCarthy or Tomlin or if Tomlin's going to be available, if McCarthy even wants the job. So don't be surprised if things work out that Kafka could be the coach of this team moving forward.
I still think that there's going to be a process. I do. And it's very similar to also having Joe Shane head up the search for the next coach, right? Because it's assuming that, okay, that means Joe Shane's not going anywhere. No, it just means that right now this is the direction you're going in. I think it's the same thing with Kafka. But look, if he's an interim coach who is going to be a candidate for the job, then you have to empower him to control your coaching staff the way you want and show us you can run a team. And that's a tough decision to make, and he made it. So it's all. I think it's all part of the process. I don't think it's a great indicator of anything because I still think that the Giants' coaching search will depend a lot on what kind of interest they get from people with real experience. That's what I feel like they've got to know. That the next coach they hire has got to have a resume who can come in and take what they've got on this roster and turn it around fast so that it's a competitor right away. That to me is the highest priority of the coaching hire.
Well, it will make, not to Anthony, but to other people, it will make the coming weeks interesting, though, to now see if there could be some improvement with Kafka plus Kafka minus Bowen. Do you see any sort of change that can make you believe in a Kafka-led team?
Yeah, it's a good question. And so let's start here. So Don, did you have a problem with him going for it on 4th and goal rather than take the points, take the lead, and then try to win the game? I know it sounds crazy now with your defense, but take the points rather than try to go for 7, which clearly at that point was going to be really hard to do.
A lot of things in play here. Number one, I get what he's doing, because you want to end the game, and you can end the game, making it a 2-possession game at that point. But it's 4th and 6. And if you're going to tell me all along he was going to go for it on 4th down, and explain to me the plays leading up to that, because you end up losing 3 yards on 3rd down. So at that moment, 4th down, I said aloud, kick the field goal. Because I'm going to make them. I'm going to force them to get a touchdown rather than the field goal. Once they've got to settle for once they miss on that fourth down, this game's going to at least overtime. There's no way the Lions aren't getting into field goal range. Now he almost missed the field goal, and I guess there is the possibility of a turnover. But guys, didn't you figure best case scenario they're going to overtime?
Now everybody said it. The minute they got stopped on downs, that's all you thought was okay. Well, they're going to now tie. At worst, they're going to tie this game.
Now, the fallacy of the predetermined outcome tells you, that they would have won the game because they didn't get a touchdown. But obviously the Lions have different plays if they need a touchdown to win the game or the field goal to tie.
You would kick off too, right?
Right.
And there's that.
Now, then they had to go a long way, but still you knew the Lions were going to get in the field goal range. So I in the moment, I would have taken the 6. Now, the argument on the other side is, your defense stinks. I get that. But, your defense did come up with a big stop after the Winston interception, which I thought was going to cripple them, and it didn't.
Right.
And if all I have to do is stop you from getting a touchdown, I like my chances rather than keeping them out of field goal range in a dome where these guys are kicking 60-yard field goals. So I would have kicked it. But I see both sides of it. I don't think it's a fireable offense. I wasn't freaking out. I wasn't pulling my hair out. But I texted the group at the time. I would have kicked the field goal. Right. What would you have done?
Same. Didn't I say that? I believe I told you. You take the points in this situation. You have to. And then you just force them to have to go all the way down the field. And if they do, then you stare down at your defensive coordinator and say, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
That's all. That's what it has to be. I got your points. They have to get 6 now. They have to get 6.
Yeah, and they probably do. And the way the Giants season is going, they probably do.
I don't care.
Okay, but
I did my job.
But they didn't do it yesterday. You're telling me if they were able to get 6 after being down 3, they wouldn't have ended in regulation? They didn't do it there. So, I mean, it's not a fireable offense or something that makes you completely judge Kafka because it's what this whole fakakta league is doing. But let's just say what needs to be said. It's ridiculous. You kick a field goal, you go up 6. It's insane.
I am not Freud, okay? I did not stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night, so I'm not going to play pop psychologist. But Steve Young even said it. It's the college mentality that has come to the NFL because Steve Young agreed with us, kicked the field goal. But, hey, all the fans want to go for it. That's why they always boo when the punter comes out on 4th and 1. Everybody wants to roll the dice because their neck's not on the line, right? So that's why fans think that way. But now that's become the mentality of these coaches is, going back to Ron Rivera, Riverboat Ron. I'm a gambler, man. I'm going to lay it all out there. It's almost like proud, manly coach. I am always going to go for it. So you can stand up to the media and say, I went for it because I'm a man and I'm tougher than everybody else. You know what? Sometimes maybe the better thing to do is dial it back, not be such a man, and just be logical and say, you know what? My defense isn't very good. You know what? I would rather have them stop a touchdown than a field goal.
Yeah, I don't need to see professional teams coach their teams the way I play Madden. That's not what I'm looking for. Where I go for it on 4th for my own 9. I don't need you to do that. But I wonder if there's a possibility, guys, that you particularly roll the dice here because in the end you don't care if you lose? Is there a part of that? Let's just go for it.
Well, that's what Malik Neighbors kind of suggested, didn't he? Yeah. Again, if you were trying to win that game, you're also making them burn timeouts, and they didn't do that either.
But it's not even about that, guys.
Go ahead.
When Mike Kafka came in, he said he was going to be more aggressive than Dable. The thing that annoyed a lot of Giants fans and what people were questioning was how conservative Dable was when in the only year that he was successful, he was going for 2 when it could have been a tie, or he was going for a touchdown when he should have went for 3. And he said he was going to be aggressive. We're going to cut out his legs from under him 2 press conferences later after saying he was going to be aggressive.
But not every aggressive is not. I'm always going to be aggressive.
Aggressive is not stupid.
It wasn't stupid. They were going to give up the touchdown. I promise you. I have a crystal ball. I can see the future.
But no,
they were going to give up the touchdown.
Anthony's right, and that's I guarantee you, in his heart of hearts, he'll never admit it at the podium. But I guarantee you, Kafka said, I got to get a touchdown here because this defense is not going to hold up if I only get 3. Man. That's exactly what he's thinking. He'll never say.
Okay, but it's 4th and 6. Okay, so everybody knows in the world you're passing, and we all talk about how difficult it is in the red zone, even though they were good in the red zone yesterday, of defending in the red zone because there's less coverage. So if they had ran the ball on a 3rd and goal from the 3 and got 2 yards down to the 1, I'd be all for running, trying to get the first down, or at least give you the option run or pass. But on 4th and 6, it becomes an obvious passing situation, and it became way easier to defend. So that's the problem. But I'll show you an example of aggressiveness, Anthony. If the Giants had scored the touchdown in the final possession, A smart aggressive would be, you know what, I'm going to go for 2 and win the game.
That's right, yeah.
Rather than give the ball back to them where all they have to do is kick a field goal. To me, that's aggressive. I have no problem with aggressiveness, but it seems like now it's very performative for these coaches to always err on the side of aggression so they can play tough guy in the post game to say, well, the reason I did it is because I'm tougher than everybody else, and I don't think about that. I'm going to chew knees.
Listen.
Where sometimes, hey, I'm with you. You can go either way with that, so I'm not going to kill Kafka, but the whole idea is when you're aggressive, that means you always have to make that decision. When it's 4th and 6, and you do have a backup quarterback, whose last come-from-behind victory was a calendar year ago, and say, what are the odds of me converting this 4th down?
All right.
As opposed to what are the odds of me stopping them getting a touchdown?
I give them credit.
I still think it was high.
I do give them credit because they tried the field goal way earlier in the year and they lost that way. And then they tried to go for it this time and they lost this way. So they're losing all the different ways. They've
so
tried
even
it each
arguing
way.
because they would have lost no matter what. Heck, they might have scored the touchdown and still blew the 10-point lead with 3 minutes to play.
That's why it gets me upset, Don, because we all
So
know
what-
how
but
it
you're
ended.
watching. No, because you lied and said you weren't going to watch. You obviously watched because you can't stop yourself.
So you did care. That's what he's saying.
Care.
Did he sound like a person that cared or not?
Look how fast he took himself off the screen.
He's gone. Let's go to Corey. Let's let Corey jump in from the phones and get us started. We've been meaning to get to you guys, and now we will get after it for the rest of the hour. Corey in Old Bridge, what's up?
Hey, fellas, happy Monday.
You too.
What's up?
Hey, so longtime Giants fan, diehard. Obviously, it's been hard to watch the last couple of years, and then the last decade or so with all the other head coaches that they've had since Coughlin. It's hard to point out one thing over the years, but I really feel like Joe Shane has deserved to keep his job. I know everyone else is asking for him to get fired now also. But I feel like the reason they have leads in some of these games are because of the talent that he's put on the field. He's giving the coaching staff the opportunity to become competitive. And whether Kafka is the guy going forward, I think the 3 games that I'm looking at, sorry, Peter, but Washington's one of them, Minnesota and Vegas, all winnable games in my eyes.
Yeah.
If he can show us that this team can win games, if they can finish 3 and 4 the last 7 games, maybe Kafka becomes a real possibility of keeping the job. But I don't blame any of this on Schoen at all. I'd rather have him pick the next head coach than start over from scratch again, and then who knows what the next regime does with Dart and this offense.
It's a good call, Corey. I absolutely agree with you on that. Absolutely agree.
And there's definitely winnable games on this calendar.
Hey, I don't rule out the Patriots. Patriots don't blow anybody out.
I don't rule guys. They just stood toe-to-toe in the middle of the ring with Detroit, who given on a given week can put up a 44 burger on the Commanders like it's nothing. They're a good team. The Giants play well against basically everyone. It's just a matter of when they collapse, and can you stop that? Now, you want to know a situation where you know you won't collapse is if you use Amazon Pickup.
That's right.
Because that's the thing. Amazon Pickup, it's the ultimate convenience play. And Amazon's already a part of your everyday life, but Amazon Pickup takes it to the next level. If you're pressed for time and you're on the go like I am, you can send your order straight to a secure pickup location that works for you. Amazon lockers or counters located near you. No matter where your day takes you, the package is ready when you are. All right, life never slows down. So instead of worrying about timing or schedules, your package waits for you. For me, with work, family, the baby at home, I'm always on the move, and Amazon Pickup gives me the flexibility to grab what I need between shows or errands or whatever my day may take me. It's simple. Order online and at checkout, just choose the pickup location that's most convenient for you. You get an email confirmation when it's ready with instructions to pick it up. Quick, secure, and always at no extra cost. Check it out for yourself. Go to Amazon.com/pickupmvp to learn more. That's Amazon.com/pickupmvp. Obviously, we all have a lot of strong opinions on this, but the phone lines are completely jammed, and we got to talk to more of you as well. A lot to do on a football Monday on Hahn Rosenberg.
St. John's travels to Vegas to face Iowa State in the Players Era Festival. Coverage begins today at 4:10 on the ESPN New York app.
One touchdown can change everything. The crowd, the momentum, the game itself. It never gets old. Feel that same rush with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, where every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. With DraftKings Sportsbook, all the action's in your hands. First touchdown, anytime TD, live bets, every play, every snap, every game matters. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. When your team hits the end zone, you could hit the pay dirt. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025. Last chance! Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees, and it should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee. Included with every tire purchase with paid installation, you'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's a limited lifetime tire guarantee only at Midas.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. On game day, great prep makes all the difference. Same goes for your pizza. That's why I go with Frigidaire Stone-Baked Pizza Oven. Fresh pizzas go from dough to done in just 2 minutes.
Whether you're throwing a party or squeezing in dinner between plays, this oven delivers hot, crispy, restaurant-quality pizza right from your kitchen. Only from Frigidaire. Game-ready pizza. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Hockey fans and holiday shoppers, check out Hahn Rosenberg live from the NHL Shop. Tuesday, December 2nd at Hudson Yards, Manhattan West Plaza. They'll be talking all things hockey.
It's hockey, man.
The excitement of the season, and joined on site by Rangers legend Mark Messier. It's all powered by Game 7 brands, bringing you closer to the action than ever before. Don't miss Hahn Rosenberg live from the NHL Shop, Tuesday, December 2nd.
This Thanksgiving, FanDuel is introducing a brand new way to build a parlay. It's called Pass the Leg, and here's how it works. You start a group build, add your pick, then pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. When everyone's done, you each lock in the group parlay with your own funds because football is better when it's played and bet together. And to make it even better, everyone gets a 50% profit boost to use on their build.
Visit FanDuel.com/Rick to get started. So grab your crew, start your build, and get in on the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Because football is better when it's played and bet together. Again, that's FanDuel.com/Rick to get started. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issues non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time,
It's time.
Now, the Knicks face the Nets in Brooklyn with coverage immediately following us right here on 880 at 7. Rangers host the Blues, coverage on 1050 at 6:30. And St. John's and Iowa State is getting started in a bit on the ESPN New York app. And Donnie's Devils are in Jersey facing the Red Wings at 7:30. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. As promised, we talked to you. Tessa, what's going on?
Hey, guys. So I made a promise to myself, but I think I'm going to break it, about not blacking out and crashing out. But I'm officially cooked. Listen, I'm not mad at Anthony. At the end of the day, he said he wasn't going to watch it, but when you love something, you do it. I'm going to be honest with you. When I'm in the house sometimes, I put my shades on because I really don't want to watch the game, but I can't be away from it. So I ain't even mad at Anthony. But I do totally disagree with a lot of things you guys are saying. Really not that much Allen. But this is my thing. Like I said last week, the pool is polluted with pee, trash, and full of bumness. We have to drain the whole pool out. We can't even treat it. We have to drain it. So at the end of the day, Kafka is the one that decided at the 2-yard line to go to a 4th and 6 when we couldn't even 2 times prior get rid of the worst team in the red zone. 2 times prior we had to settle for 3. So what do you mean aggressiveness when you can't even get a play, a cool trickery play or something for us to get into the end zone? I think people keep forgetting that. We were in the end zone a lot in that game, and we had to keep settling for 3. He's the same guy calling the Denver plays. He's the same guy calling the Dallas plays. I don't understand. I don't want no part of him. He is still a part of the problem. Of course he's going to keep good plays. He knew, just like we knew, David was going to be fired sometime this season, as well as Bowen. Why would he bring all his tricks out? He's going to save them. This is a publicity stunt. They just trying to make us Giants fans think that he's decent, so when they keep him next year, which is a terrible decision, we can be like, you know what? He did fire Bowen. You know what? He did have nice, cool, different plays. He's always had those plays because he knew he was going to get a chance to audition. So, no, I don't want no part of him. He's nothing but a yes man. I'm tired. They should have fired Bowen like 30 years ago. I am so tired of being devastated, upset, soulless. I'm tired. Shout out to my Devils and my Lakers, because that's the only thing I'm just taking pride in right now. But I will never, never leave my team. I will never love my Giants. I will love them to the day I die, but I don't want no part of Kafka. He was a part of the problem, guys. He was a part of the problem.
I can't.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Listen, I can't be mad at you for having that opinion. I don't want to speak for Allen, but I think when we were talking about bringing anybody back, I was more speaking about Shane than I was speaking about Kafka. But I can't be mad at her for that opinion. Yeah, throw it all away if you want. But then don't scream if all of a sudden he ends up someplace and ends up becoming a great coach. Say, boy, we had him and we let him go. Give him a chance here. Let's see. If you're right and it's just garbage, pee in the pool, well, then they're going to lose out and it's going to look bad and it'll be an easy decision. But I'm willing to be open-minded about Kafka moving forward, and let's see what happens when the season ends. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think so, but
it's
I don't
way
think
too premature. I do agree, and anything this coaching talk, because obviously when you're 2-10, there's nothing else to talk about other than next season and moves forward, because you're looking for something optimistic when you're a fan. You want to think about how it'll get better, and you want to get to it as soon as you can. The problem is, that's what sucks about when you're a bad team, is there's still games left to play. And for as a fan, you're like, whatever, I don't care. I don't care if they win or lose at this point. There's a lot of that goes on. But you have to understand that a coaching search process, I mean, while you know behind the scenes there's already moves, the interested parties that are already reaching out, that stuff is going on and it's real. You don't really know yet until the 4 other coaches on average, right? There's 2 already out. there's going to be at least 4 others that open up. And you don't know who shakes free. And out of that group, you might see somebody and say, you know what, that's a guy that we would want in here. And it could change the way your franchise looks. There also could be somebody that's contacting you right now that you'd love to hire. But another job opens, and that guy is like, you know what, that job's better. And Buffalo's the team, obviously, everybody's looking at. So it's so premature right now. Kafka has the job, and if you're him, all you're thinking about is, how do I prove that they don't need to hire anybody else, that I'm the guy? That's all he's trying to do right now. But you can't, none of us can decide whether or not he is or isn't, because it all is based on, am I wrong? It's all based on who's available. Because Kafka could finish this season out, and he could win the next 5 games. And it won't matter if Vince Lombardi is available. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
You don't know who's going to be available yet or who
Listen,
wants the job.
I don't think Harbaugh's going anywhere in Baltimore. We'll see what happens with Tomlin in Pittsburgh, but maybe he stays. All right? Maybe McCarthy goes to Buffalo if they make a change there. And you'd be sitting there and going, so it's all going to be assistants. It's all going to be guys that we don't know.
Yep.
And Kafka looks a lot better. But if there's somebody that really shakes loose that you want, then maybe he's gone. Again, you're right. It's so premature. But maybe I'm delusional. Maybe I've been looking at garbage for so long that anything looks pretty to me.
Mm-hmm.
It looks a lot different and better the last couple of weeks. Anthony disagrees, but that's how I feel.
Let's go to Frank in Newark. What's up, Frank?
Hey, good afternoon, guys. Don, remember a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about the Chargers game, and you understood. You were saying that it was better to play it safe and just go for the field goal instead of going for 2. One thing I always recall on being a Giants fan is there's no such thing as a safe league, especially when it's the Giants playing. Now, the one thing I'm actually happy to see is that there's still the same offensive efficiency with Mike Kafka as the head coach, which means to tell me that the potential is there. The potential is there for the team. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, when you invest all that capital to have a defensive line like with Kayvon Thibodeau, with Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, so on and so forth, I expect them to hit the quarterback and harass the quarterback on every play. I expect them to be like the 2007 Giants defensive line, and I haven't seen that. So the Knicks, they got to get more. They got to get more creative with these blitz packages or whatever or what have you, because Brian Burns cannot be the only guy that consistently gets to the backfield.
Lawrence has to be better for sure. I think Carter has to be better for sure. But watching it, guys, I know we got to go to break quick. I'll just make this point. It does look like that offenses can use the rush against them, where they can use that over-aggression. It seems like they get close and then bang, there's a big play.
Yep.
They've got to get the second and third layers better. They got to get linebackers and secondary in here for sure. Yep. They've had injuries there. There have been bad drafts there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Banks wasn't even in the game yesterday. But, yeah, the defense, there's a lot to discuss about that defense.
There's a lot to discuss with the people, and we will continue to do it here on a Football Monday on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
St. John's travels to Vegas to face Iowa State in the Players Era Festival. Coverage begins today at 4:10 on the ESPN New York app.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
Listen up, football. See why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Hey, it's Desmond Howard. You want to win the weekend? It all starts with the tailgate. And for me, that means Kingsford Charcoal.
They've been bringing the flavor, the smoke, and the heat since 1920. No wonder they're still the gold standard of grilling. So fire it up, feed your crew, and let the smoke do the talking. Kingsford, the king of the tailgate. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Clinton Yates here. The holidays are upon us, and so are the savings at Total Wine & More. Discover thousands of wines, spirits, and beers like my favorite, IPAs, perfect for every celebration and every budget. From bold reds to sparklers, you'll find the perfect wines to raise a glass this season. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find only at Total Wine & More. Curbside pickup and delivery available in most areas. See TotalWine.com for details. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Oh, yeah, baby. Don Hahn Rosenberg got an NFL binge that I'm excited to get into, and we can get a little more time for Alan to wax poetic about his quarterback, his guy.
The Golden Child.
The Golden Child, as he's nicknamed him. Fine film from 1986 that he's brought back today to describe Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, I don't like when the Golden Child gets lumped into Eddie Murphy flops.
No, it's not a flop.
It might have been financially, I don't know, but I enjoyed that movie.
I remember at the time most people enjoyed The Golden Child.
It was just like the first time like you were waiting for all the jokes, right? Like you were waiting for him to be Eddie.
And I guess was that the first movie of his that was not Trading Places, a Beverly Hills Cop, or a 48 Hours?
I think so, right?
Does that sound right, Don?
Where it wasn't that because he plays the same guy in all those movies that you just mentioned.
Well,
right?
not Trading Places, but the first two, and then Trading Places is just its own thing.
Okay.
Of greatness.
Yeah. I guess he was Eddie Murphy, the guy we all know from Saturday Night Live in the beginning of that movie, and then he wasn't.
It wasn't his first, I guess, blockbuster.
Yeah.
Right? 48 Hours was huge. Mm-hmm. And then Beverly Hills Cop was a gargantuan.
Yep.
Trading Places, certainly. Then you get – now, The Golden Child was okay, but it was just, it was a movie. It was a nice movie. It wasn't anything
Did you
amazing.
finish the doc, Don?
I did.
So do you want my take?
Yes.
I really, really enjoyed it. I thought the first half was better than the second half.
Yes.
I thought the second half – It was a doc that could have been a series, like 3 or 4 episodes, where they could have like really spent time in like each segment of his career, and instead, as it went on, they just kind of like, all right, and then the rest of his life, and they kind of threw like a lot in there. But I thought the beginning was so fascinating, and I don't know about you, and if this part affected you, I had never thought of Eddie Murphy being such sort of a barrier breaker for being sort of the first brash, loud, outspoken black lead character like ever in movies.
Yeah, I never thought of it either. And then you think about because Richard never had that kind of success with movies. He had success.
Richard Pryor was the first thing that came to mind that he had some movies like
Stir
Brewster's
Crazy
Millions,
was good. Like
Stir Crazy, yeah.
But for
not at that
him,
level.
at like 20, well, how old was he in Trading Places?
Like 20.
Oh, no, excuse me, 48 Hours.
48 Hours is like 20 years old.
And that was
21?
1982. So to have 3 successive smashes like that, and then Beverly Hills Cop turning into, Beverly Hills Cop
franchise.
2.
Yeah.
But they show that scene, Alan. They show the part. He kind of breaks down that part in the bar when he's in sort of the redneck bar,
the cowboy bar.
Yeah.
And he takes the guy's hat and the whole thing. Yeah.
And he does the whole thing, and he's like, I'm an N-word with a badge. I'm your worst nightmare.
Yeah.
He's like, no one had ever seen a black character say anything like that ever. Like, that had not been done on camera, where you could see a brash black kid like that take over a room filled with white people. And I never. And then he gets into like, how before him, like, he idolized Ali. Ali was sort of the only character anyone had seen. It was fascinating. And then it really stays good until like when you get to the 90s. I think like coming to America is where it starts to falter a bit, and I feel like there could have been more. But it's certainly, if you're interested in Eddie Murphy at all,
yeah, it was good. The one revealing thing to me, and maybe other people knew it and I didn't, was like the real reason he fell out of favor with Saturday Night Live was that
David Spade joke.
The David Spade joke.
Yeah.
You ever hear it, Alan? They show a picture of him. It was right when what movie came out? The fall was Vampire in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
came out. So it's 1995. They show a picture of him. It's the movie flopped, and they show him. Hey, look, kids, a falling star. Make a wish.
Wow.
And
okay. Yeah.
Eddie never had a problem with David. He's like, but I know how it works. That joke had to get vetted, had to go through several layers of people to okay that. He said, you would think somebody would have said, no, man, he's an alum. We love Eddie. Let's not go there. And it made the air.
And it broke his heart.
That's when he was done. And 35 years later, he didn't. He came back for that little cameo on the 40th anniversary, and then hosted in 2019. That's when he kind of came full circle with it. But I thought that was interesting, and it's right. Would they have done that to anybody else?
It's by the way, how about that house? They keep showing his house throughout it. It's not a house.
And his relationship,
it's like a resort.
He is on the thing that I took from it is that he's as humble a megastar as I've ever seen. There's a humbleness, and listen, I'm sure he's got an ego. But
he clearly recognizes
was on the level of Richard Pryor, even at the level of a Michael Jackson. He makes fun of himself. He was open about himself. He didn't feel pretentious at all. He seemed like a guy that you could get to know and be cool, as big a star as he is.
Although he's very self-aware that he's a huge deal. He understands that he's not the average, actor. But it was a fun trip down memory lane on Netflix this weekend. A fun trip down memory lane for the Giants this weekend if you like fourth quarter losses. It
is. But it's funny, Peter, how, and I don't want to pick on Anthony, but all these Giant fans who check out, but it still hurts. It still bothers them when it happens. Because if you're that checked out and you don't care, then why would it bother you? You almost want to root for it to happen, I guess, if you're enjoying the pain that you're in. But you're still a fan, and it still affects you. To see you put that kind of an effort forward. Yeah, what would it have meant? Probably nothing, but to win that game, the plays that I didn't ever see plays like that with the Giants. Even when the Giants were good, they'd have the occasional fake punt, flea flicker. But that Winston touchdown was gorgeous. That was beautiful. And for it to happen in a loss,
so fitting it happens on the day of the OBJ catch on Sunday Night Football that I was also in attendance for, because it's another highlight that's going to come up in a loss.
And also a loss.
But at least we have them,
I love.
I don't know. I don't know why.
This is great Pusick. He's giving great Pusick today.
I don't want them to lose. It's just going to happen. That's what this team is. So this is why I don't want this regime, whatever version of this regime you want to call it. If you think that Dable had his fingerprints all over this and Kafka's going to change it, then fine. You can keep Mike Kafka. I don't like anything that's come out of this organization over the last 7 years. So forgive me if I just would be happy if they said we're firing everybody and we're starting anew, and I say that sounds good to me. I'm all set.
I think you created a monster, Alan.
This is good for this is good for the show.
Now, real quick, Anthony, are you okay? So you want to get rid of every bit of brass that they have?
Pretty much.
Are you good with the talent that they have? Do you want to also trade everyone? I mean,
no, not trade everyone, but eventually the talent that I keep hearing about on defense has to show up and do something at any point in the fourth quarter where they have a double-digit lead. Because the teams that I saw that win Super Bowls was on the back of a defense with a quarterback in Eli Manning who was very good when it mattered, but no one would ever say was a top 5 quarterback in the league at any given time.
It's
fair point.
It is, but defense, not everybody can be Lawrence Taylor. They could just blow up every play possible. You're talking about the 86 and 90 Giants, great defenses. They had one of the great, if not the greatest, defensive coordinators in the history of the sport.
They just need to not have the
30th.
They just need to not have the 30th, Don. But if they had the 25th defense, they might have 2 more wins.
In the NFL, Anthony, and I'm not saying that they've got a load of talent on defense. I just said linebacker and secondary leaves a lot to be desired. But if you can coach them up better, no, they're not good enough to be number one.
Well, make no mistake.
They're certainly good enough to win the games they're losing.
Noah Debo hurts them, and they lack depth in the secondary, which you do have to put on the GM that's been here for 4 years, that if there's an injury to the cornerback that you just signed, that you do not have functional corners. Deonte Banks did not dress.
He didn't dress,
because
no.
he was not good enough to dress and was a first-round pick.
I can't defend that.
So,
which was also, by the way,
hasn't
another
aged well.
coaching call here, right? That you guys are pointing out to bench him.
You mean by the new coaching regime?
That's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
You're benching a high draft pick.
Yeah.
But you're all right. We've given you enough runway. You're not good for us. You're going to sit now.
Which a lot of organizations wouldn't let happen, right? Like a GM could be stubborn and say, "No, you got to play him. I need that guy to play
because it
his
makes
way
me
back
look
in a good
bad."
favor. Yeah.
Right.
Now, Don, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You just did.
Any movement? Any movement for the Nimmo move yesterday?
Oh, that's a big deal, man.
Yeah.
Because when we're talking about changing culture, that's a big move. You freed up money. You went out and got an A-plus defender at second base in Semien that now locks down that position, which now allows you to use McNeil in different places or maybe send McNeil packing too, which I think could happen. This team's mission statement was to improve defensively. They did that. And by doing that, it sends a message out to Alonso that you may not be coming back here because of your lack of defense. So I think this is the first of many moves. But that's a big contract. That's a player that's been a part of this organization since he was, 17 years old?
Yeah, man.
That's out the door, and I'm going to miss him because I think he was a really good kid and he was a fun Met. But I'm excited about seeing that they're making some changes. I think he wanted to do this last year and couldn't run it back because they went so deep into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But now after missing the playoffs, he's making this his team. And I'm a fan of Stearns, and now he's got a chance to really make this a David Stearns team. And that's a pretty big move, and I'm looking forward to the other moves. Andy Martino was on with Kay saying it's Senga that's shopping him, so that could free up some money. I'm sure they're going to have to eat a lot in the deal, but that could free some things up. Diaz and Alonso could be out the door, which gives them a lot of flexibility to get some free agents in here. I think this is the first of what could be a very fun, exciting, and foundation-building offseason for the Mets.
You're looking for like upgrades because the core of the team, while you fell in love with them, and that's the other problem here. When fans get mad because a player was traded away that you liked, but the team wasn't winning at the level that they should be winning, then you're putting emotion into it when you have to understand that the general manager can't do that. And, Don, what you said to me is like that's the strongest statement to make about all this, is that in his heart of hearts, David Stearns probably wanted to do this last year. He didn't want to sign Alonso. He did not want to do anything based on emotion. But then the fans booed the owner at that fan fest that they had there in the offseason. And Cohen clearly didn't like it. It wasn't comfortable with it and said, we got to get this done. And Stearns like, all right, but, this is a year. So if they don't build off the magic, then we know that this group, they gave you a half a season out of the last 2 years of really, really good baseball. All right, totally. They ran a little bit in the playoffs. It all clicked at the right time. But for the most part, it has not been good. There's a lack of leadership on that team you can see. You brought in defense. Run prevention is going to be critical. That's important at second base, so that's why you did that. You've got to upgrade now in the outfield. And you've got to get yourself a pitcher. And if Tarek Skubal's available, you got to be all in to get him. You have to. They have to start building this team that's not about, the fans like him. If you built a team full of fan favorites, you're going to lose a lot more than you're going to win. That's a reality. You have to build a team that can win. And they have to upgrade their talent. And that's what this started. But this is just the beginning. They're going to shake up that clubhouse, and then they're going to make some moves that I think will then put them over the top when it comes to talent. They had to do it. They waited a year. And if I'm a fan, I'm more annoyed. You know what? You listen to the fans and you waited a year. That was a mistake. Hopefully they get to work now.
Here's David Stearns. Are you trying to change the clubhouse dynamics?
I don't know if it's necessarily wanting to change the clubhouse dynamics. I think it's a recognition that what we did last year wasn't good enough. And running back the exact same group wasn't the right thing to do. And so as we went into this, we believed and still believe that we have to be open to anything, that we shouldn't be in a spot to take anything off the table. And ultimately, if we're able to put the transactions together that we think make sense for the team, both now and in the future, that we have to consider them regardless of what names may be involved.
Now, how much do you expect Semien, who had a rough year, played 127 games last year, guys, but was not the same player offensively, and obviously he's getting up there a bit. How much do you think Semien will bounce back offensively?
I think there's still some underlying aspects of what he does that are encouraging for us offensively. I also think it's notable that this is a player that can contribute to winning baseball in a variety of different ways. And the bat may not actually lead the way at this point in his career. We think there's likely some bounce back in his offensive profile and his offensive game. What we're counting on at the top of his skill set is the contributions he can make for us defensively, how he can perform on the bases. And we think those are going to help us win games.
Now, last one here, guys, that I find interesting is Stearns was asked about weighing Nimmo's relationship with the fans, because as Donnie mentioned, he's been here since he was 17 years old. Here's Stearns on that relationship with Nimmo and the fans.
It was something we had to think about, no question, both in terms of fan reality and the fan relationship with Brandon, but also we have real relationships with Brandon, and our players have real relationships with Brandon. Coaches do, front office does, and so that is a part of this, and that certainly makes decisions like this a little bit more challenging than they otherwise would be. But at the end of the day, I still felt like this was the right decision for the organization.
You can't worry about what fans think all the time. I think fans have to be a part sometimes of the decision making, but not when you're trying to make bold moves like this. You're going to break some eggs. And this was a movable piece. I think any Met fan knew that if they were going to change things, he would probably be the first guy to go. So I'm not telling you to feel great about it, but what do you want to do? Do you want a popularity contest with a bunch of players that you love and part of your organization and not win, or make some hard decisions and win? Now, ultimately, we'll see if this was the right one, but I like this move. Even with all the injuries, Semien had a better WAR than Nimmo last year. This is a guy that routinely, with 3 consecutive years, led the league in plate appearances. He can hit some home runs. He can do a lot of things, and he can defend. And it's the one thing that killed the Mets last year. They had an awful defensive year from Lindor, not great from Nimmo. The outfield, Soto comes in with his bat, not his glove. You couldn't go out there with Nimmo and Soto again in the outfield and tell people that you're thinking about defense. You just can't. So this will allow them to become a better defensive team. Defense is not sexy, Peter, but it's something you desperately need.
Run prevention.
If you want to win.
Right. That's what they call it in baseball. Run prevention. And that includes all the major – that's not just your pitching. That's not just simply outfield. That's all your positions, making sure you don't have a weakness anywhere. And that's how you win. You can get away with certain players. Again, Soto, you can get away with it because if you have others. Who's a center fielder, by the way, Don?
I don't know.
Exactly. So there's a lot of holes to plug.
Taylor can play. There's guys can play center.
Yeah,
but they're probably looking for their everyday center fielder right now.
Right
now, is it Taylor? If McNeil stays, he could maybe play a little center field. Right now they did open up a hole, but one that they felt like they needed to with the money that they save. They're going to be in on Bellinger, guys. They are. If for no other reason to drive the price up.
Well, don't you think this move kind of hints to that?
It does. Well, sure.
That's what I see that more than anything. If you're a Mets fan, you should be. I know there's so many broken-hearted Met fans because Nimmo's a nice guy. He's a good guy. He's easy to root for. There was so many good things about it, and I understand that. But if you could upgrade the position with a guy like Bellinger, are you kidding me?
Let me ask you this: if things go Stearns' way, what are the 2 positions that are going to be open possibly this offseason? Center
first
and
base,
first, right?
First base and
guess what?
Left field.
Bellinger can play both of those positions, right?
That's right.
I mean, so, and we know that money's no object, and I keep referring to it, but it was a great interview Andy Martino did with Michael Kay, is that, the Yankees will have a budget on this too, just like they did with Soto. So will this become the new Soto for the Mets? Where, bid, offer the moon and the stars and make him make a decision on where he wants to go.
Don,
make it a tough one.
Don't you think the Yankees kind of also tipped their hand with Bellinger with the move, right? What they're doing?
Oh, with bringing up back Grisham?
Yeah.
And also talking budget again, because Hal spoke today. It's odd that they both spoke today. Again, being upset about the fact that everybody says he doesn't spend enough money. But
how many times have I said this? Right? I've always said this. Anybody that criticizes Hal Steinbrenner for not spending enough is not paying attention.
No, they're not.
It's not what he's spending. It's how it's being spent.
That's true. But now this could be a second consecutive year where the bidding might be too rich for their star player.
Yep.
So how is that going to look optically if back-to-back years you lose Soto and Bellinger because you didn't want to go there financially?
Well, once again, I look at my general manager and I say, how are we not making this work? That's what I say.
Now,
what if it turns into Skubal? What if it turns into that they can acquire a guy like that?
Well, then you live with it, I guess, right?
Right. I mean, you could have loads of pitching, and hope that one or two see. This is why also with the Yankees, and not to get because this is really more a Met conversation, but just quickly about the Yankee thing, just to put a bow on it. It's the reason why Cashman deserves every bit of criticism that he gets, because it's poorly spent budget, and why aren't you supplementing with players out of your system that every year we claim how much talent you have in your system, but yet we can never supplement areas that are weakness on this team with to fit a budget and say, well, that's all right because we've got Spencer Jones coming up, and this guy can rake, and he's really we can make him an A+ defender, whatever it is. Dominguez was supposed to be that. When are you going to start supplementing areas on the team that you can save money on because your farm system is supposed to be so freaking good, but yet we never see it at the major league level?
But some of that went to San Diego to bring Soto in for 1 year. Could they play hardball with Bellinger? Michael brought this up too, is pivoting to Tatis in San Diego.
That'd be amazing.
Is that where you have all these extra outfielders? Do they end up going in a trade to bring him in if they don't re-sign?
How old is
Bellinger?
Tatis, by the way?
It can't be any.
24, 25?
He's got to be around, younger than Bellinger, right?
Well, I mean, how old is Spencer Jones?
26 years now.
He's going to be 25, I think, in May.
Right, so what are we doing?
So then you won't get mad.
No.
So maybe this is the end game for Cashman. It's like, listen, I'm going to play hardball.
And is Tatis under contract, right? It's not like he's up for anything, right? It's not a rental.
But he does have a no-trade clause, but...
Yeah, he wouldn't want to come to New York,
Yankees,
right?
Yeah. If you don't want to come here, you're not going to want to necessarily go anywhere. But he is in San Diego, and they do win. So it's not like San Diego of the old days. But
yeah.
But the late Larry Brooks one time told me, talking about Alex Rodriguez, he laughed at no-trade clauses. He's like, you go to a player and say, listen, we don't want you anymore.
Yeah.
You've got a chance to go to the New York Yankees. More times than not, they're going to waive the no-trade. I mean, no-trade is not, it's not a chastity belt. You don't have to go find a key. All right? You can work around it.
By the way, it's the worst spot, right? Isn't that the worst? You have the no-trade clause, and it's great. But once they pull you aside and say, hey, we'd like you to go, like they said to Brandon Nimmo, it's like, oh, well, I'm glad I had the no-trade clause, but now you just say yes. I mean, 9 times out of 10.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing, is that some guys, Mika Zibanejad said just the other day, they're going to say, I'm good, I'm staying. But in most cases, if you treat it right, you massage it right, and the place is right to send him to.
That part.
They'll be okay, I'll go. If you're going to make them go to Tampa, it's not. It may not work out, but I think getting Tatis to waive his no-trade clause to go to the Yankees or the Mets might be a lot easier than some teams.
1-800-919-3776. We'll get to the calls after what's coming up next. That is the NFL Binge.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And right now, by the way, I forgot to tell the people.
Oh, you're kidding.
Sure, hockey fans and holiday shoppers, listen up real quick.
Do it.
We are going to be at the NHL shop at Hudson Yards Tuesday, December 2nd. That's next week to you and me, kids, right after the holiday.
Mm-hmm.
From 3 to 6:30. We're going to hang out, talk some hockey. We'll be joined on site by the legend Mark Messier.
Captain.
It's all powered by Game 7 brands, bringing you closer to the action than ever before. Don't miss Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live Tuesday, December 2nd from the NHL shop in Manhattan. And if you've never been, incredible store. Also, you'll be right up on top of us during the show, right next to Mark Messier. Super cool, intimate experience. We look forward to that. But up next, the NFL Binge.
D'Agostino, law, bite back. I'm injury attorney John Ryan D'Agostino, nicknamed The Closer, continuing D'Agostino and Associates' legacy of helping the injured for over 35 years. My father, John D'Agostino, built this injury firm to help accident victims.
This is John D'Agostino. and this is a family firm. For us, it's about doing what's right and making sure somebody pays for your pain. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-BITE-BACK.
They call me the closer because big or small, in court or out, I'm fighting to get the job done, to win, to get you every dollar you deserve.
D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at ServiceTitan.com.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the weather first, before wearing face paint to the game.
Bro, your Go Cats is dripping into your nachos.
Oh, and now paint is in my eyes.
Interception! Did you see that?
No!
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Not so great on the Staten Island Expressway westbound over by Slauson Avenue. It's a crash involving a yellow school bus blocking the left lane. That as you backed up to the Verrazano. You stay packed on the westbound side. Lots of extra company heading over to the West Shore. Grand Central eastbound jammed heading into Kew Gardens. Right after Jewel Avenue, a broken down SUV with its hood up in the left lane. That as you pack there, delays are starting to back up to City Fields. Still your best ride to the outbound George Henry Hudson. Second choice West Side Highway northbound. Some pockets of slowdowns there from the 70s. Inbound George, nice and quiet for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln Orange about 5 to 10. Outbound Hullins 20 to 30. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Talk about stepping up. It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
Your fantasy roster is set. The smack talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
This is...
We're going to rub football all over ourselves today. I did consume a lot of football back in the day, pre-kids, in my underwear.
The NFL Binge.
You watching every game, baby? Are you watching?
The NFL Binge.
Yeah.
Driven by Ramsey Mazda.
Sure is.
It's the experience of driving a new Mazda and buying a new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda.
I feel like they're cheating on me with you doing the read.
I know, right?
Wow.
It's just a sponsorship for the segment, Dom. Don't feel better.
What if BetterHelp sponsored the list? Wouldn't you feel?
Oh, I'd feel
about that.
I'd be all bent out of shape.
You'd have to go to BetterHelp to get over it.
Yeah, I'd be hurting that. The irony. A great day it was to be Alan Hahn, but a better day to be Shedeur Sanders.
Sampson is now motioning into the backfield here. It's a 3-by-1. Shedeur on third down, throws it. Sampson to the flat. Sampson 35. Sampson 40. Sampson, first down. He's at the Raider 35. It's a foot race and he's gone. Dylan Sampson, touchdown.
It was a great throw.
Oh, that screen?
Might have gone 8 feet.
It might have. Guess what?
It's his first career touchdown throw.
Still good for some big, sexy numbers. 11 for 20, like you dream about. 209 yards, 1 TD, 1 horrifying interception. A QBR of 8. You're not writing home about it.
You're sounding very negative.
Passer rating of 87.3.
You know the best stat?
1-0 as a starter.
Win. And by the way, first Browns rookie to win his starting debut, his first start. In how long?
Kosar. I have no idea.
Tim Couch.
Nope, further back.
Further than Kosar?
Yeah.
Sipe? Brian
no,
Sipe?
Not that far back.
Or just
do you remember 1995 was Zaire? Remember him?
Oh yeah, sure, like you dream about.
Sure do.
I don't remember.
That's how long it's been.
30
He's the 42nd quarterback to start a game for the Browns since 1999, and he's the first in his debut start to win since 1995.
Got some help on special teams. Got some help from the running game. But either way, by hook or by crook, he gets the win. Here's Shedeur Sanders.
Everybody starts different places. Just because I didn't get the summer reps, just because I wasn't in the best situation, for me to be prepared to go out there and execute, like from a summer standpoint, that's how life is. You know, everybody's not in the best situation, you know, but there's no excuse. You got to go out there and perform. Like, there's no choice, there's no question. Nobody cares if this was 1 week of prep. Who cares, you know? So a lot of people want to see me fail, and that ain't going to happen.
Well, the one thing I would like him to do is just a little touch of humility, a little bit. And
he has it at other times, but not that.
No, I know, but there was a lot of stuff like the on-field interview was a lot about his own redemption and proving people wrong and all that stuff. And when you, like, all kidding aside, when you read all his quarterback stats, like, have a little bit of humility in that moment and point out the fact that Myles Garrett and company were unbelievably dominant in that game. And if I'm not mistaken, they ended up getting Chip Kelly fired, right?
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Chip Kelly out.
So let's just tip our cap to a defense that gave you the opportunity to have a win. That's all I'm saying.
And, of course, Judkins gets 2 TDs on direct snaps inside the 10. But either way, they get the job done.
They're all going to laugh at you.
A big 1-0 for Shedeur Sanders. And either way, Deion Sanders got to feel great, man.
He was there, too.
He was there.
He was there.
Looked overjoyed. Imagine your kid making it all the way to the NFL, starting a game and winning.
And a big 3 for me. I'll take it.
And most importantly, the 3. I mean, literally, Don, you have seen me make some dumb commie picks, just all heart. I mean, the man literally just put his heart on the line. That was the whole
emotion. I put more on the line. I put everything on the table.
That's right. His hopes, his dreams, his reputation.
Everything.
All of it.
The Chiefs are not dead yet, folks.
Ariza waits for the go signal. Butker's kick is good, and the Chiefs have not led in this game until now. They get a walk-off field goal in overtime from Harrison Butker. Kansas City 23, the Colts 20 in overtime.
96.5, the Fan in Kansas City. Chiefs down 20-9, but still find a way to win. Mahomes knew this was an important one.
Kind of an urgency thing. I mean, obviously you want to be urgent, but it was do or die type thing where you had to make something happen, and guys made plays happen throughout the entire team. It wasn't one person. It was everybody. Everybody made plays in the biggest moments, and we found a way to win.
Kermit the Frog here.
What did you have to do that? It's not right.
I mean,
he doesn't. You know,
he's not cool. His voice is weird. He's kind of a dork.
Comical.
His brother's a tool. His girlfriend's annoying.
But it's a fair trade, right? God tells you,
God.
You're going to be in every commercial.
Seriously.
You're going to win a ton of Super Bowls. You're going to be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
But you're going to have to sound like a Muppet. Are you okay with that? Yes.
We told people to just check their egos at the door.
You're going to sound like a Muppet, and your brother's going to be a toolbox.
All
right, that's fine.
Now, this is a letter W, by the way. It is an easy letter to make.
Right.
It's made with all straight lines.
Kind of an urgency thing. I mean, obviously you want to be urgent, but it was do or die type thing where you had to make something
You hear
happen.
that? Same thing.
It was do or die, Piggy.
Dallas, the Cowboys do the unthinkable. They beat the champs.
42 yards on the left hash to win the game. Snap and hold, 42-yard kick from Aubrey. The Cowboys have won this football game. Butter.
Excuse me? 24 unanswered for the Cowboys. 24-21. Cowboys over the Eagles. Tied with the 2003 Bucks for the largest blown lead in a loss by a defending champ in history. Who cares about that stat? Nick Sirianni on the collapse.
It's about being able to fix the things so the things that we made mistakes on tonight, coaching and playing, doesn't repeat itself. And so it's finding that time to be able to do that, and getting up and going back to work, even though you got a bad taste in your mouth. And we're going to have a plane ride home. So it's just about fixing the issues.
I'll tell you who's not going to have a bad plane ride anywhere. It's the NFC leading Los Angeles Rams.
Stafford in the pistol has to go up and over his left shoulder to catch the snap. Lobs one, end zone. It's a touchdown! Devontae Adams racing underneath another Matthew Stafford dot.
That's from ESPN LA 710, 34-7 in the Mayfield Bowl. The Rams over the Bucks with a Buccaneers loss. A Panthers win on Monday Night Football would give Carolina the outright lead in the NFC South for the first time since Week 3 of 2021.
Wow.
But guys, sitting right here, I mean, at this moment, how are the Rams not the favorite in this conference?
Well, that's what I thought about, right?
Yeah, they are.
After what happened to the Eagles, and then you just see the Rams just destroy Tampa. We get an update on Baker Mayfield shoulder?
Let me see what I have here on the latest on young Baker.
I didn't know if that was precautionary because of the score or whether it's really, really hurt. But they look like the team to beat right now, for whatever that's worth before Thanksgiving.
It keeps changing, though, right, Don? I mean, they have been consistently good from the start of the season.
They have.
But everybody else has sort of had a moment where you thought, oh, that's the team, that's the team. But in the NFC, what we just keep seeing is the it team starts to lose it, but the Rams have just kind of stayed consistent as a good team. And so you start believing in them more than anything.
It's being called a sprained shoulder.
That's not good.
MRI today and unclear for next weekend for Baker Mayfield.
That's not good.
Well, this is the second kink in the armor for Philadelphia, right? The loss to the Giants, then you blew a 21-point lead to Dallas. That doesn't mean they can't get up from it. They got up from it the last time that they had an issue. But, Rams just keep marching on, man. They just keep doing it. Major statements against Seattle and now Tampa.
And now you see what it is. When you win a couple of crappy games like the Giants could have won over the course of the season, the Cowboys now sit at 5-5-1
right
in the 10 spot. San Francisco is sitting in the 7 currently at 7-4. Packers in the 6 at 7-3-1. And you're a Cowboys fan, man. You can dream now. Big matchup coming up on Thanksgiving against the Chiefs. Two teams who need a dub. I can't say
it's a fun game.
It's not quite absolute must-win for either, but you need that game.
Well, it's getting late, man.
It's getting late early.
That's a fun game. Real fun
And
one.
you know what? By the way, I would...
That's not the first one, is it? The Lions are the first
No,
one,
Lions are first, but I would think about betting that game, and I'd think about doing it on FanDuel, because on Thanksgiving...
Of course you would.
FanDuel's introducing a brand new way to build a parlay together. It's called Pass the Leg. Here's how it works. You start a group build, add your pick, then pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. When everyone's done, you each lock in the group parlay with your own funds, because football is better when it's played and bet together. And to make it even better, everyone gets a 50% profit boost token to use on their build. All right? So maybe let's say you want to bet the spread in the Lions-Packers game. You have a friend take the over-under in the Chiefs-Cowboys, and then another friend can jump in on an anytime score in the Bengals-Ravens game. You grab your crew, you start your build, you get on the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Visit FanDuel.com/Peter to get started. FanDuel, play your game, 21 and over, physically present in New York, opt-in required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable. Profit boost tokens, restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. But yeah, it must be nice to have your football team still playing at this time of year, don't you think?
What's that like?
I don't know.
Playing meaningful games, for sure.
Can you imagine? And Don, by the way, your Ravens take is aging fantastically.
Well, they bat the bunny for a little bit against the Jets, right? Down 7-0, 7-3.
Lamar doesn't look right, though.
No, it just
That's
doesn't
not
seem
Lamar.
that. I don't know how far they can go, but I still think they're winning that division.
Well,
I think that's very fair.
Yeah, and they're currently there. They're the 4 seed right now. It happened fast, Don. You blinked, and they are in the playoffs. And again, they're not a good version of the Ravens, but while we said it is getting late early, there's also, for a team like that just got their quarterback, there is still time left for them to find the groove between now and January.
Yes. So they'll be there.
One way or the other. Must be nice. That'll do it for the NFL Binge. What was that, week 12?
Sure.
Good Lord.
Whatever you say.
Good Lord. All right, we're going to talk to the people, 1-800-919-3776. Someone wants to give Allen props for his Browns pick. I really don't have any interest in hearing that. But we'll talk more Giants and much more right here on Don, Hahn Rosenberg.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomans.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM834925. MSRP $27,055. Zero security deposit ends 12/1/25.
Why do you go to Princeton Longevity Center?
We go to Princeton Longevity Center because my husband's cardiologist told him having this exam saved his life.
Because somehow 20 turned into 40, and now I need to take my health more seriously. The Princeton Longevity Center designed a program to keep me healthy and active, so 50 and 60 will be no sweat.
Because even though my cholesterol is high, it turned out my arteries are clear. That's a big relief.
Whether you want to make the most of your future years or just want peace of mind, you need the Princeton Longevity Center. Their comprehensive preventive exam combines the latest technology with caring experts to create your personal plan for staying well.
Because I shouldn't have to wait an hour for a 10-minute physical. I go to Princeton Longevity Center because I get everything done in one day and take my results home with me.
Find out why you need Princeton Longevity. Call 888-8000-PLC or go to PrincetonLongevityCenter.com. Call 888-8000-PLC. That's 888-8000-PLC.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
Your fantasy roster is set, the Smack Talk is heating up, and this season ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sportsbook for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook, download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us Friday, December 12th at your mother's house in Garden City Park. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party, Friday, December 12th, brought to you by Spiked Aid, Security Dodge, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
Hey guys, before we get back to all the sports talk, let's talk some business, because every aspect of your business, from the most mundane to the most complex, will operate orders of magnitude better and faster when you add artificial intelligence. That's right, AI is literally a race to the top, and the companies that engage AI first will win. Will that be you, or will it be your competitors? Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Founded by tech powerhouses, Thrive partners with you on smart and secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Imagine AI solutions working across every part of your business, automating support, powering chatbots, analyzing competitors, even managing billing, collections, and orders. Maybe the Jets could use this. That's just what a taste of what Thrive Managed AI can help you achieve. It makes your talented team even better by letting them focus on what they do best. The race to the top will be won by those who engage Thrive Managed AI first. That needs to be you. Go to thrivenextgen.com/ESPN and get started with a complimentary strategy consultation. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. When is the first pro sports team, or who is the first pro sports team that is going to use AI when it comes to game planning and maybe even strategy during a game? Like, play out what will happen if we kick a field goal or go for it.
Isn't it basically already being used?
Doesn't it feel like that's coming?
It feels like it's already kind of happening. Some version of that is already
analytics will do that, right? Because you can use analytics to project it, but AI almost gives you like the advice. It kind of, don't you think?
Well,
it can run it for you. Like, here are the plays to run. This is what you should do based on what we know they're going to do, based on what they've done in 8 million
listen,
of the past games.
If you guys tell me a scenario and I put it here in ChatGPT, it will 100% tell us what to do.
Right. When do you get to a point that there's going to be an owner somewhere that's going to just get so fed up in hiring and firing coaches that it's going to be almost like Aaron Boone and all the analytics? It's here. You're going to sit there, and we're going to feed you what AI tells us to do, and we're going to do that.
Wow.
Who to play, when to play them, all that
Here
stuff.
we go. It's 4th down. I'm setting it all up. I'm giving them yesterday's
You have
situation.
to give the details, too. It's the Giants, it's the Lions, so you know who's coaching. A lot of detail here.
Well, I'm not going to get into all the detail. Let's just do a rough version, okay?
All right.
Here we go. I just said I'm coaching a football game. My team is up 3. We have the ball at the opposing 6. It's 4th down. There's a minute left. What should we do?
Pop quiz, hot shot.
Let's see if they come up with an answer quickly. All right. Here's the clean game theory you can apply right now. In big, bold letters. Kick the field goal. Go up 6.
You knew it.
It says why this is the optimal call in almost every scenario. A field goal puts you up 6. The opponent then needs a touchdown with 1 minute left. They can no longer beat you with a fluky field goal or broken play. If you go for it and fail, they get the ball at their own 6, down 3, meaning they now need only a field goal to tie, and a touchdown wins. That's a much worse position. Thank you, ChatGPT. I feel like anybody would have agreed with this.
Hey,
Except, of course.
Not the Giants.
I don't know if it'll ever be 100%, but it could be part of the 7 or 8 things you look at just to see, to confirm. But I think Alan's right. Some facsimile of it's probably being used, not to the way you did it, but using AI in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
You know, while we have a moment, I don't want to forget, guys, congratulations to Gotham FC for their championship yesterday. Their 2nd in 3 years.
There you go.
Their 3rd overall. So we complain about no championships in New York. Well, we have another championship, guys.
We have those.
Oh,
And this is what, like, they were an 8 seed, right? They were like a low seed and had to knock off 3 of the best teams to do it. So they picked up the win yesterday, and they have won a championship. And I think I believe they were honored today at City Hall.
Well done. Very good.
Speaking of championships, let's hear from Aaron Glenn on the loss to Baltimore.
Wait.
Tough loss today. To me, I feel bad for the players. I just told them, how much I love them, how much the effort that they gave was outstanding.
Right.
And, man, to not get a victory when I think those guys really played the first half.
They scored 10 points.
Exactly how we wanted to when it comes to
it's 10 points.
I got to tell you, though, the effort's there. They just don't have any
They're not any
ability to
good.
win. Right, they're not any good. But let's give credit where credit's due.
Where is credit due?
I thought Breece Hall played well. I felt terrible for him on the fumble.
That fumble was
so
effort. That brutal.
But just seeing how he reacted, the towel over his head.
I thought he was crying. Was he crying?
I'm not sure, but I will tell you, he was not making business decisions. For a guy that could feel like he was disrespected by the organization, not given a contract, not dealt at the deadline. He's playing. He's giving effort, and I give him credit for that. I know he shouldn't have to, but in this day and age, players under those circumstances probably would not have reacted the same way after fumbling away a chance to win the game. They were down 2 possessions, but still, he's making an extra effort, gets stripped of the ball, and he looked devastated.
And listen, you at least give your team a chance to win if you get in there.
A chance, right?
No, I still don't think they win, but like for a player like Breece, I get how hard that is. Can I just say, there are a lot of things that make sports, like professional sports, just impossible. The one thing to me that is absolutely unfathomable is holding the ball when a defender gets that good a strip opportunity. I don't know how you don't let go of the ball.
I know.
Guys, that's a game that if you played it, a mortal person would let go every single time.
Think of how many times, whether it's your phone, a fork, whatever, you bump your elbow and you drop whatever's in your hand.
I know.
Right? Just bump it. Then they're holding a football and guys are swiping it. One of the greatest, most underrated plays in the history of football to me, as a Giant fan, is the safety Jeff Hostetler took in Super Bowl 25 at the end of the second quarter. Bruce Smith grabs his wrist. He's holding a football in his hand. And Bruce Smith, a future and now current Hall of Famer, 300-something pounds, swipes down, and grabs the wrist of the hand that's holding the football, and he didn't fumble. How is that possible? So they're not mortal.
Did you see, though, like the safety or whoever it is on that play with Brees literally he gets his hand on the ball and while like standing has like a full yard to rip at it while he's getting held up by other players. Yeah. It's an impossible.
It's so hard.
And then they have to sit there and feel like they're failures. They cry like they did something horrible because you're just supposed to hold the ball. But it's the same thing with the punch out, guys. When you see a perfectly placed punch out,
it's an amazing play now. Think about just try to do this on your own. Just run and have somebody hold the football running by you, and you just are trying to catch them and punch at the same time.
Oh, you're saying it's an incredible play for those doing the punching.
Defensively, it's an unreal play.
Unreal.
Because you have to, again, the hand-eye coordinate. Of course, these are elite athletes who do things that mere mortals like us can't. But when you watch it in slow motion, it looks so easy. But it is not easy.
Such a great point.
It's martial arts on the football field.
And think about how it feels, the tons of times we never notice when they miss the ball and just punch you as hard as they can in the forearm.
Right, that's a great point.
These are gigantic men wailing on your forearms.
Yeah, they should be allowed, right? You poke the ball out, but once you start punching it,
it's
I love
doesn't seem right.
It is. Great. I got to tell you, that position, and it seems like it's having a bit of a resurgence, but the running back position has been repeatedly devalued as it also gets harder and harder to play.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, I agree. The other play from yesterday, and I'm sure you guys saw it over and over again, was on the fumble. It didn't turn into points, amazingly, though, but Cowboys-Eagles. The gunner, right, how he gets destroyed.
It's unreal.
Knocked down, flips over. He's getting pushed, shoved.
Did you see this? Don, did you see this yet?
I don't think I saw it.
Oh, send him a link to it, Alan.
He won't stop. He gets up, he keeps running, runs it down, and he ends up forcing the fumble that they recover on. What was it? It was within the 10-yard line.
Inside the 5.
Inside the 5, was it?
Don, it's a play
where my God.
If you were to show this to
everybody in the world quits on that. He doesn't quit.
If you were to show this to kids and go, this is what playing this game is all about. This is how hard you have to play. And by the way, this isn't a glory position. Like I said, it's the gunner, right? This is just a hard
You're
hard
supposed to
job.
get killed. Yeah.
These are often guys who don't make the most money and aren't the most well-known. He's getting thrown to the ground the entire play and ends up making it all the way down the field and forcing the fumble. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a great play.
I got to say, guys, in general, and we'll get more into it in the 5 o'clock hour, a pretty good week of entertaining football in Week 12. It took time. We're here now in late November. We've got some actual football games to watch.
It's fun. I think Thanksgiving we're going to be treated to some good ones. I mean, we've already got some good ones on the slate.
Oh, I got to tell you, it's a fantastic. Relative to a lot of years, it's a fantastic lineup. We'll talk some more Giants. We'll do the rest of the NFL. Allen can continue to gloat his huge Shedeur Sanders win. We have ENN coming up at 6 o'clock. It's Don Hahn Rosenberg.
Rangers fans, it's time for Blue Shirts hockey. The action starts tonight at the Keg Room with Team ESPN New York and Bud Light. Whether you need a pregame spot or you're looking for the right Rangers bar to watch the game versus the Blues, the Keg Room is your destination. The party kicks off at 6:30 p.m. and Team ESPN will be giving away plenty of ESPN prizes. Join fellow Rangers fans tonight on West 36th Street between 5th and 6th Avenue and enjoy Bud Light specials all night long. It all happens at the Keg Room.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. A bad ride on the Southern State eastbound heading into Nassau County. A crash by Central Avenue and Valley Stream. Only the right lane is squeezing by. That is you crawling on the Cross Island southbound. Not moving much from the LA and Queens. Also bumper to bumper on the Belt eastbound. Getting into the area. You're packed there from JFK. Starting to move better on the Staten Island Expressway westbound. They picked up that accident involving a school bus by Slauson Avenue. Heading over to the outbound George. Only easy way to do it, Henry Hudson. Boston. Cross Bronx westbound is slammed from White Plains Road on through. Inbound George looking good for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln Arundel about 5 to 10. Outbound Holland 30 to 40. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Caffeine doesn't have to be bitter or boring anymore. 5-Hour Energy shots are bringing the flavor and the energy. One of my personal favorites, Strawberry Banana, is giving smoothie vibes in a compact caffeinated shot. Whether you like your energy sour, fruity, or tropical, with 17 flavors, there's something for you. And yeah, it's got as much caffeine as a 12-ounce coffee, but zero sugar and no crash. Big flavor, tiny bottle, tasty caffeine done right. You can grab yours in store or hit up 5hourenergy.com or order on Amazon today.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom school designs that let everyone know who you root for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing snacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN. 1 free year of Perplexity Pro and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
.501. Say it, Don.
In the big city.
In the big city. Living for the city. On this Thanksgiving Monday? Is that what it is?
It's a big week. It's the whole week.
It's Thanksgiving week, let's be honest.
We had a big argument today on the morning show.
Oh, no. I hope everybody's okay.
No, we got through it, but we had a big heated discussion about pie versus cake.
Oh, boy.
And Ebro really laid down the gauntlet against those of us who enjoy cake, and he made the declaration that pie is like the real dessert and cake is for children.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm with him. Thanksgiving, it's all about pies.
Well, Thanksgiving, I understand the tradition is pie. It's hard to make a case that, like, cake can really compete with pie on Thanksgiving.
Can't.
It's up against the wall. I still, though, for me, I always would take cake over pie if I'm given the choice.
Really?
Every time. 9 times out of 10. 10 times out of 10.
No.
11 times out of 10. You want to take? Opposite. You want to take right now? You want to write this down? And Don, you could pretend to disagree, but you know I'm telling the truth. Apple pie, it's the missionary of desserts.
I don't disagree. But it gets the job done.
If you don't listen, I'll tell you this. Here's how you know it's
turning it down.
Here's how you know it's jabroni. Here's how you know it's jabroni and missionary.
What's jabroni?
Is that if the fact of the matter is, if someone gives you a piece of apple pie, and they don't make it a la mode with some vanilla ice cream, you go, I need the ice cream. Give me the ice cream. Cake, I get a great piece of chocolate layer cake. I don't go, oh, I need ice cream to make this delicious. The chocolate layer cake is delicious.
But I don't think they're not really comparable, though.
No.
Well, I agree. One's much better than the other.
No, but that's what I mean. So it's really an unfair comparison. You know what I mean? Like, what you're doing is it's an unfair fight. You went and got the one thing that you can't fight when it's apple pie.
And what is that? You're saying a chocolate layer cake?
You're never going to put those head to head. You're not putting them side by side.
See, well, then you're saying it's a loss. So you got to admit that it's an L for pies.
I don't know.
The twins' birthday's coming up on December 5th. And if we have a party and there's a big cake, even an ice cream cake if you want to go there, happy birthday, Marco and Jalen, and there's a chocolate cream pie next to it, it says happy birthday, Marco and Jalen.
There you go.
Good night, and end the story.
That's it. That's the exact thing I was trying to come up with. Is that's more of a better comp?
No.
The
reason it's not fair is chocolate cream pie. It's not even really pie.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Does it have a crust?
It has a crust.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it in a pie dish?
Yeah.
It's in a pie dish.
All right, then
I'm
it's a
not
pie.
exactly sure where he's going with it.
But think about it. When people think of the pies, they think apple, they think cherry, they think sweet potato, they think pumpkin. Once you start getting into the pecans and the chocolate creams,
Yeah.
Now we're talking about just like a shell that holds sweet, delicious goodness, which is more of a cake.
You're
honestly.
creating a narrative for yourself so you can
Yeah.
sound right.
That's a
when
backpedal
pie is a
punch.
pie is a pie, my man. Okay.
What he did there, what he just came up with that analogy is backpedaling punch. He just got hit square.
Yeah.
He's moving backwards towards the rope and just like threw a punch.
Yeah.
Had nothing on it.
No. It's again. He's creating.
I threw it in the air though.
You're creating a narrative for yourself. The better comp, the better comp is the apple pie versus like strawberry shortcake. Throw those together.
I think it's fruit on fruit crime.
That's what I mean. And both gonna need some whipped cream. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, but strawberry shortcake is so much better than like a fruit pie to me.
Well, that's your feeling.
A strawberry
wait.
shortcake.
A warm apple pie. With French vanilla ice cream.
Oh yeah, with French vanilla. Oh, of course. Guess what?
It's over.
How about this?
Fight's over.
How about this? Horse manure with French vanilla ice cream. I'd still eat.
No.
That's the
Listen,
thing.
and then-
Once
No.
you add the French vanilla ice cream, what are we talking about?
I'm not a big fan of apple pie. I mean, I'll eat it, but it's still better than any cake. And I threw
Any
ice cream
cake.
at it. Well, like maybe except ice cream cake. And ice cream cake is not really cake.
Cake of J's.
It's ice cream in the shape of a cake. It's not really cake.
So you'll
But
take
pie.
You like no kinds of cake?
No, I mean, I'll eat cake. I mean, I don't not like it, but I'll choose a pie every time.
Every time.
And pumpkin is fantastic.
Oh,
So you
pumpkin, phenomenal.
You see a regular old apple pie sitting there, and then you see some sort of elaborate chocolate layer cake.
See,
And
again, you're going. You're bringing the sugar in, the chocolate.
What do you
I'll
mean?
tell you what.
That's
I
what
will
we're
put.
copying. That's what we're doing here,
I'm
pal.
going to put up again. Here's what I'll do. Up against your chocolate layer cake, which, by the way, I love.
Yes.
But I will put up against that something that DiPietro made for me years ago for Thanksgiving.
Interesting.
He calls it a Franken pie.
All right.
It's got like it's basically like Halloween candy all put into a pie. Like
Okay.
it's unreal.
Well,
We're talking
Don,
about
what are we doing?
It's chocolate.
Don, what are we doing?
It's peanut
That's
butter.
not a real pie.
It's delicious, and I'm
I
telling
know,
you
but-
right now, you'll want to eat nothing else. Nothing else.
All right. Well,
I'm just saying, with the exception of ice cream cake, any non-ice cream cake you put next to a pumpkin pie, I'm going to pick the pumpkin pie.
any
Everyone.
real
Any
pumpkin
cake.
pie over
Pumpkin
any
pie.
cake?
Yeah, I'm with Don.
You would have Alan. You would have
Phenomenal.
pumpkin pie over any cake?
Yeah, it's
No.
delicious.
And chocolate cream pie, forget it.
How about chocolate mousse pie?
Oh,
Tremendous.
Now I'll tell you this: the one pie. I just got a text from Jeff Sanchez. Great guy and great point. I will say this: key lime pie for me is fantastic. Key lime pie to me is in its own category.
it's an acquired taste, but I do like it.
Not a thing.
Really, not a fan.
Yeah, not feeling it.
I just love that Alan's making up these pies. Oh, Rick makes a pie with every peanut butter. Don, how about this?
Who's making it up?
I can
It's
offer
a pie,
you
a pie dish. and
Don,
you
how about
slice
this?
it like a pie. You eat it like a pie.
piece
It's a
of
pie.
chocolate cake and then a woman's breasts with it. How about that? If we're just making things up, if we're just making
Listen,
up things
Peter,
to make it more delicious,
Peter,
I'll
if you
play
can
a
make that
game.
happen, if you can make that happen, we can try it. All right.
Just making up concoctions here that sound appealing.
Well,
Yeah.
that sounds a lot more appealing, and also, but what I'm talking about is more realistic.
Sure. Listen, I'm a cake man. Although cake and pie, all
Cuckoo.
delicious. You know what I mean? Cuckoo.
Oh, listen, you're not losing either way.
No, I guess not. But on Thanksgiving, though, if you're bringing a pie, we're sending you home.
No, cake.
I mean, I'm sorry. If you're bringing a cake, we're sending you home. Pies only on the table.
By the way, it would be so welcome to me if someone just showed up with a cake. I'd go, wow, fantastic. I don't have to eat
Now-
this stupid apple pie.
No, but if you bring like a nice chocolate Entenmann's cake to Thanksgiving, I think that would be
See,
And-
Don.
So
See,
you
Don.
didn't
See,
make it
Don.
you didn't make it yourself?
See,
You just
Don.
went to the store?
Don, you see what you did? You see what you did?
What did he
What'd I
do?
do?
He just mentioned one of the most delightful things of all time. We're talking about all these different things. I show up with that classic Entenmann's chocolate cake. You're telling me that's not appealing to you.
Here comes the happy.
That's right. I love that thing. Oh,
It is good, but
my
that's
grandma
probably
used to
better
get
like
it.
another day.
My grandma used to get it when I'd go to Rockaway and visit her, and over the course of the weekend, I'd eat the entire thing.
Well, that's different. She's coming to visit. That's one thing. But you don't think that you should be bringing something homemade?
I don't
Or at
care.
least-
I don't
or at
care.
least go to a
Not everybody
bakery.
bakes.
You go to a nice bakery, they make it, like you order it ahead of time. You pick
Okay,
it up.
yes. Showing up with just the Entenmann's would be a
that's
little
what I
bit.
mean, open the
No,
box and
but
throw it
why?
on the table. What are
Most
we doing?
people, but you're still taking a chance either way. Most people, the Entenmann's, you know it's a home run. All right, it's not a Barry Bonds 500-footer, but it's going to homer. If I go to a bakery, it could be a single, it could be a broken bat
The
single.
least you could do, Donnie, is take it home, put it on a separate plate, make it
No,
look
no.
like you
You own
try
it.
a little harder than bring the box and just
No,
throw it on the table.
I'm making an effort. I went to the store because I know what's good. I want to bring something that I know is good.
No,
Why would anybody
that's
frown
that's
down
what
on
you
that?
do. That's what you do when it's who is the Griswold cousins that showed up in the RV? That's what you do. when
Randy
you're there.
Quaid?
All right.
But that's the old story that I've been telling since I got the Devil job. In 2003, when the Devils won the Cup, Ken Danico invited me to a barbecue at his house with the Cup. And I thought, it was just going to be a barbecue until I saw, in the distance, saw the Ferris wheel in the backyard. And we brought Entenmann's chocolate chip cookies. We thought, it's a barbecue. We'll bring a little something. I just threw it in the garbage. I'm like, I can't present this. There were like
Entenmann's
almost
cookies in
tickets
the
at the
garbage.
door for it.
Hey, leave it in the car. Bring them home.
Yeah, I didn't believe me. I was
There's no way
trying
you
to make
threw
a
that in the
point.
garbage.
I'm not throwing out anything Entenmann's.
You enjoy throwing up every 5 minutes, Claude?
Clark.
I thought so.
This reminds me of the episode of The Office where Michael Scott brings the potato salad to the catered party. You sometimes bring the wrong thing. You got to just turn around.
This is
you can't do it.
or the Seinfeld debate where they got to go to the dinner party and they got to pick up wine, and George is like, "Can't we just pick up Pepsi? I like Pepsi." You're telling me that people are going to be mad if I just put a big bottle of Pepsi on the table?
Right.
What kind of society?
Everybody likes Pepsi.
Now, real quick, if someone could ask you in a moment, a moment's notice, they go, "Hey, we're making a decision. What would you rather have on Thanksgiving? Turkey or delicious fried chicken?" What would you go with?
Delicious fried chicken. I'm not a big turkey guy.
Not a turkey guy at all. I'm with you.
Like,
If you told me it was turkey,
walk by. If a cow walked by when we got together with the Native Americans, that would be a much different holiday.
Don,
it was steak instead of turkey.
If you
Anthony
lied to
in my
me
ear
and
3
told me
seconds
turkey.
before Don just said that. 3 seconds before said, "How long until Don says why didn't they just kill a cow?" It took as he stopped talking to me, Don was saying it. It was unbelievable.
Listen, I've been 24 years plus. What do you want from
It's a
me?
good take. It's
Really,
just-
how
it's
many
a great
bullets
take.
do I have? But it's a great take, really.
What was it with the pheasant then? Why was it such an idea? That's the ideal thing. By the way, some of the other stuff on the menu on the real Thanksgiving, we wouldn't be eating this. We're not eating any of that.
What do you mean?
Have you seen what was they did this thing?
Oh, the original
about the original quote unquote Thanksgiving and what was actually served. There's stuff there that would make you throw up. I'm not eating that. So yeah, the turkey's the one thing that maybe survived the whole the menu. But I'm with you. If you had a nice fried chicken on the table and just swore to me, no, that's a turkey, I would know you're lying and I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
100% with you.
These are all the important things that we need to figure out heading into this glorious holiday. And as Alan said earlier, a day in which there will actually be good football played basically throughout the day. You got the Packers-Lions to start at 1 o'clock on Fox.
That's good.
That'll be a Tom Brady vehicle, of course, with Kevin Burkhardt.
We're going to do announcer lineup for Wednesday, right?
Yeah, of course we will.
Oh, yeah, what do you think?
You'll have this is me just freestyling it. You'll have the Chiefs and Cowboys at 4:30, which will be a hello, friends.
Yes, sir.
That's a big. I mean, by the way, you talk about a sexy game.
Mm-hmm.
That is,
dead sexy.
Dead sexy. And then 8:20, the Bengals and Ravens.
And then it kind of takes a dip.
Yeah,
which is a dip for sure. But especially if Burrow, wait, could Burrow be back?
He did practice.
They decided he wasn't ready for last week. I bet he plays. I bet that's his debut.
You calling it?
I'm calling it. Thanksgiving night? Come on. If he's already feeling it, we all know he wants to come back. He's not considering staying out for the season. So if you were to get a Burrow-led Bengals against the Ravens?
Headline, NFL.com 4 hours ago. Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow expected to play on Thanksgiving against Ravens.
Zach, yeah.
Might be why he was held out on Sunday.
So that's a pretty good day.
Actually, a half hour ago, Joe Burrow confirms he's back from injury, playing in Thanksgiving game. Now it's a good watch.
So, yeah, Burrow has said it himself. Zach Taylor has said it. Peter Rosenberg said it. Everybody's saying it. We're getting Joe Burrow.
Everybody's saying it.
On Thursday night. That's pretty good. Can't be mad. And meanwhile, here we have eggs. Let's see. Michael in the Bronx has been on hold for a while to talk Giants. What's up, Michael?
Hey, guys, sorry, I'm leaving a bar right now just so I could get on this call. But I actually I called last week because my wife got me tickets to the John Cena retirement MSG for our birthday.
Okay.
My birthday's today.
Happy
birthday. This is the
Happy
dilemma
birthday,
I have
man.
for you guys. Appreciate it. Now, this is the dilemma I have. She also just surprised me with my first tickets to Giants versus Vikings on the 21st.
Oh, God.
And I don't know how to tell her
Oh, no.
that this team is complete garbage and we should sell them and be done with it. But I don't know what to tell her. She, we just got married. I'm not trying to start any fights, but that's my question for you guys. Should we sell the tickets? Should we go? It's our first game. So that's one. And then for Peter, I just have, what are your predictions for Survivor Series? Appreciate you guys.
Well, if I may take the other one, Pete.
Go ahead, please.
And leave you the Survivor Series. What are you going to get on the secondary market for Giants Vikings in 3 weeks?
I was thinking the same thing, though.
Right? You're not going to get anything. You know what? Go to the football game. You bring your new wife. If the weather's not bad, you could still have a good time. It's not an awful experience. I know the team's not great, but
if Dart's playing, McCarthy's looked terrible.
Now he's in concussion protocol, so we'll see. But I'm sure by that time he'll be okay. I would go to the game, especially considering what do you expect to get on the open market for Giants Vikings? What is that going to be? Week 15?
Is it possible for someone to Venmo you $1 and some envelopes? You know what I mean? Gumballs.
No,
Yeah.
I would go, and I still enjoy football live. I've gone to many a game late in the season when the Giants were out of it because that's when tickets became available.
Right.
You can never go to the games, and I would still go. To see Jackson Dart live.
Yeah.
Maybe they're playing well. I
Jackson.
do see a scenario where they could beat the Patriots. They'll be coming off the bye, feeling. I would still. I'm not telling you what to do, but considering you'll get no money on the open market, why not go?
Oh, God, no. No, you'll have to pay somebody to take those tickets.
Man, but when you think about how dreadful that game will be versus, for example, the games we just talked about on Thanksgiving, and when you think about the fact that FanDuel's introducing a new way to build parlays together called Pass the Leg.
Pass the leg.
Here's how it works. You start a group build. You add your pick, then you pass it. You know what I'm saying? Take one and pass. And then your friend or family, they can add to it as well. You each lock in the group parlay with your own funds. Because football's better when it's played and bet together. All right? And to make it even better, everyone's getting a 50% profit boost to use on their build. Maybe bet the over-under on the Lions-Packers, have a friend take the spread in the Chiefs-Cowboys, then you do it anytime. Maybe a Burrow touchdown in the night game. So grab your crew, start your build, and get on the action this Thanksgiving with a Pass the Leg. All right? Visit FanDuel.com/Peter to get started. FanDuel, play your game, 21 and over, and physically present in New York, opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amounts. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
That was well done.
You guys see the news that my buddy Elle Duncan's gone. Ghost from ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
She's out of here. And I'm gonna go ahead and say the checks are gonna clear nicely as she's the new face of Netflix sports. Get that stock and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear you. So this was good for her.
Oh yeah. I think so. I mean, it's a pretty cool thing. Like if you're a generalist, they have a bunch of different stuff that they're trying to do. They got the fights. They have NFL every Christmas. They're still building their sports slate. And also, she's been in that interesting spot where she became sort of a big broadcast star, but she's been on SportsCenter for a long time. And I think if you have like aspirations of doing a lot, I mean, I don't want to speak for someone who's never been a SportsCenter anchor, which I never have been. I have to imagine if you're someone with a personality, after a long period of time, you're ready to do something else.
You're ready.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Next challenge.
So I guess we'll see her at Christmas. I think that's when the big Netflix slate comes. Last year was the big Beyonce Bowl. I wonder if they have another big concert lined up. Can you imagine if for that Chiefs Cowboys game they'd also thrown in the Taylor Swift halftime performance? What would that have gotten? What's 100% share if every person in the country watches?
Like could it?
Like children
could it do a
being
Super Bowl
born.
number?
could it do a Super Bowl number? Alan, it could get close, right? Taylor Swift, it's already going to get right
What
now.
day?
Cowboys Chiefs, Thanksgiving Day.
Thanksgiving Day.
Cowboys Chiefs is already
you're
getting
talking about this week?
Yeah, this week. It's already getting, what, 30 million? You guys feel good about that?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, middle of the day. Middle of the
It's
day.
the 4:30.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
And then you throw a Taylor Swift at halftime?
If you add Tay-Tay to halftime, yeah, you're getting into the 40 millions, Don.
And
so Super Bowl, you have to understand, Super Bowl now is triple digits, right? Like you're talking about 100, 120.
I'm being told, by the way, by a source
million.
that the halftime there is a good halftime for Chiefs Cowboys. It's Post Malone, which is great. But the thing is, there's this weird line of like you can get all these huge musicians, and them performing at halftime is people will be like, "Oh, neat," and then you have literally, I'd say, basically Taylor Swift, Beyonce, and maybe 2 or 3 others where it would actually shift the number. You could still be a huge star like Post Malone. You're not shifting the number.
You're not keeping people from getting up off the couch at that moment on a day like Thanksgiving.
Nor are you sending outsiders to go watch.
Or people are people like the women aren't coming in from another room to say, leave this on, I want to see it, right? Like, because that's generally what kind of happens, right?
There's only a handful that can do that.
There's a bunch that talk over here. The rest of us talk over here. Some of us that want to watch the football game will watch that. The rest who don't care stay at the table. And then there's that moment where everybody comes together if there's a halftime show worth the damn. Or there's the one where we get up and somebody else comes in because they want to watch it.
Oh.
And we got to go.
It works. It works.
Now they just need to score.
Yikes.
And by the way, to the caller's question earlier, Survivor Series for the big 2 War Games matches, I like the Vision, the bad guys in the men's match, and I think I like the Rhea, Charlotte, Bliss, good guys team in the women's match. And I think John Cena will probably end up losing the Intercontinental Championship back to Dominic Mysterio because I can't see him retiring in December with the Intercontinental Championship. And then I'm guessing Stephanie Vaquer retains over Nikki Bella. That's what I think so far. Only 4 matches announced. We will see where we land. A lot of people still on hold, guys, to talk some foosball and, of course, Cake First Pie generating some calls at 1-800-919-3776. I'm such a radio hack. I literally hear something fun in the morning, bring it up again, and the same radio hackery will work twice because it's Thanksgiving week and people want to argue food. We'll talk to you next right here, Don Hahn Rosenberg.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 Hybrid Preferred or lease for $279 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. Then SN128251. MSRP $36,570. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per 1,000 financed and $12,125.
D'Agostino & Associates is a legacy firm, and I'm proud to be a part of that legacy. I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and like my father, I fight to get justice for the injured.
The hustle and grit of these streets shaped me. I'm John D'Agostino, and from the concrete to the courtroom, I built this injury firm 35 years ago to get accident victims justice. So call my team first, 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
You want justice? Think Jenna D'Agostino. Think D'Agostino & Associates. Justice isn't just a word. For us, it's a way of life. It's having compassion for your struggle and getting you paid for your pain. Now that's justice. D'Agostino & Associates means being there for the injured.
Seriously injured? Call my team first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back. At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Score or win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomans.com.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. We're going to start off in Rockland County. Palisades Parkway southbound at a standstill heading into Orangeburg. It's a crash about a mile before exit 6. Delays there go back into West Nyack. Only easy ride to the outbound George, still at Henry Hudson. Second choice West Side Highway northbound. Some pockets of delays there from the 79th Street Boat Basin. Inbound George might run you about 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 15 to 20. Outbound Hull will run you 20 to 30. They picked up that crash on the Southern State eastbound in Nassau County by Central Avenue and Valley Stream. Still have some slowdowns going back onto the Belton, Cross Island, and Queens. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
This college football moment is brought to you by Serve Pro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on October 2nd, 1993, when the University of California faced a 30-0 halftime deficit to Oregon. Cal went on a remarkable 42-11 run in the second half to capture a 42-41 victory, one of the largest comebacks in college football history.
Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. On game day, great prep makes all the difference. Same goes for your pizza. That's why I go with Frigidaire Stone-Baked Pizza Oven. Fresh pizzas go from dough to done in just 2 minutes.
Whether you're throwing a party or squeezing in dinner between plays, this oven delivers hot, crispy, restaurant-quality pizza right from your kitchen. Only from Frigidaire. Game-ready pizza. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
1-800-919-3776. ENN's going to come up at 6. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you until 7. Then it's Knicks basketball, Knicks and Nets. Got to see a lot more of the Nets-Celtic game that I had bargained for on Friday. Went out to eat, and that was on. That was a nice win for the Nets in Boston. I was a little surprised by that. And that was a cup game, too. So see what happens tonight as the Knicks take on the Nets. The Knicks coming off a tough loss in Orlando over the weekend as well.
Defense has been ugly, Don.
Well, listen, you're not 100%, but still, that's the roads are probably the only road win was that win against the Heat the other night, right?
Yes.
So the road is continuing.
No, Dallas. It was in Dallas.
Dallas, right? They lost to the Heat by a bucket, and then they beat Dallas. That's right. I remember because I was on the road. When I left to go on the road to Tampa was when they were in Miami and they won. Mm-hmm. And then it was later on that week they ended up losing to Dallas, and they almost lost that game. That game could have very easily gone to overtime. So it's been a struggle away from the Garden for the Knicks. Rangers struggling as well. They've lost 4 in a row. Devils have lost 3 in a row in regulation as well. Islanders bounced back after a tough loss to the Blues by winning in the shootout 1-0 against Seattle. So I think we've laid out the land for you on the non-football teams. So let's hear from Moose in Jamaica. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Moose?
Moose!
Evening, fellas. And quickly on my nickname, and then I'll mention the cake pie debate. I had a nickname in this pizzeria, Alba's Pizza, on Queens Boulevard in Main Street. So whenever my dad would take me there, elementary school days, once the guys making the pizza found out my name was Mustafa, they said, "Oh, Moose! The Moose is loose." And I built a reputation in that neighborhood of somebody who would take on bullies and stuff. So,
wow.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, nice. Real talk, real quick. There was a Russian bakery. It still might be there or might be something else. My childhood friend, shout out Rod Shell, he's Russian. A bunch of his bullies were picking on him in school. I took him on, and then his mom became friends with my mom, and I got free cakes and stuff. So yeah, so that's what it was. But the point of my call, real quick, the Giants would be 7-5 if they showed a backbone and got one stop at the end of the game when it matters. So this whole talk about whether it be the regime or whatever, that's all fine and well. But the players we have, the players we will draft, whatever regime comes in, they have to have the mindset and the attitude that they will not be dominated or collapse and crumble. And between pie and cake, I'm like neither. I'm like sour candy type of person for dessert. But if I must choose key lime pie, pecan pie, you can't go wrong. More than cake. Thanks for taking my call.
Listen, I appreciate this, Moose. We got the Moose origin story.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Which, by the way,
good.
there was a whole thing. I mean, it was basically like a superhero story.
Like a Sopranos episode.
It really was. Let's
You can see that scene in your head, right? Like, as he's describing it.
The one thing I'll say about the whole this play, that play, you could say the same thing about the Jets. You could say the same thing about a lot of teams, right? Especially losing teams. It's the losing teams that never seem to catch the break, right? It's the losing team that came up a play short. So I wouldn't look at it as the Giants would be 7-5 if they caught a break. If they were just a better football team, maybe. Yeah, they've been in a lot of games, but there's so much parity in sports, especially football, that the margin for error is usually not that great. Pretty much for every game last night, Alan, that's a blowout and it's over at the half, it feels like all those games. Look at Seattle. They didn't cover the 13-point spread. That was a 6-point game in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Right? It seems like all these games are down to like one or two bad possessions. So I wouldn't read too much into that.
No, but it does frustrate you as a fan when you remember the specific moment when a win turned into a loss because of one play, and that's the stuff you want to clean up, which is why I think it's not about players at this point. It's about how they're being coached, and the record could be completely flipped by next year. I firmly believe that.
But in all, we talk about the loss to the Packers and the Bears and the loss yesterday and the Cowboys. The one that the two that never should have happened, even with this team, the Saints and the Broncos.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Those are the two that were inexcusable no matter
Most egregious.
The most egregious, but I can't honestly say that, you know, with the talent they have, the way they're coached, that I'm not surprised by the Packers, Bears, and Lions, because those teams are better. But the Broncos are better. But that big of a lead in the fourth quarter, my God!
No, you got.
And the Saints, come on.
Yeah,
that one's tough to even figure out. Earl's been waiting to give Alan love. Earl, what's up?
Oh, okay.
Hey, what's up, Alan? What's up, Peter, Don? Al, I want to give you your props. You picked the Browns on your three-point play. Don, you're a hater. You was hating all along that he was picking Shedeur, and he's like, oh, why are you going with this? And he's a good guy. Al, he's humble. He's been humble since he came out of college. He's been humble since he's been standing on the sideline. Peter, and you're hating. You had me on hold because you knew I was coming up here to give Alan his props.
Never.
And Peter. Peter.
Yep.
Peter. Pie. Sweet potato.
Oh, there you go. Drop the mic.
Pie. Okay. Yeah. Sweet potato pie. Pumpkin pie.
I mean,
take your cake.
Cheesecake alone is like a
birthday
pie.
Party.
Yes.
That's it. Take your cake. Hey, Peter, take your cake and go to a party.
I love parties. I will go to the party. I'll take my cake and I'll enjoy something more delicious than taking a vegetable and shoving it into a pie and calling it dessert.
Well, I mean, it's an apple.
No, sweet potatoes. That's a vegetable.
Well, but
you're taking
delicious.
a vegetable and you're making it a dessert.
That's right, and that's why it's so good, because you could just do that. You can do that with that. You can't do that with a cake. What he said though about Shedeur, he has been
sweet potato.
His quotes have been very good. He has handled a lot of things media-wise well. He has, like all the stuff that has preceded him going into the NFL, he has really not acted like any of that everybody thought might happen. But there was the postgame, like I said, there was the postgame where he really did make it about himself. I can understand it because he's high in the moment. We all would be the same way. But that's when it's like start giving credit to the fact what won the game, the running game and the defense. Myles Garrett was the best player on the field. Myles Garrett is the best player on the field pretty much every time the Browns play, and yet he doesn't win enough. Did you see his face, by the way, when they completed that really long pass that Shedeur threw, Myles Garrett was like, you could see he was engaged. He was caught up in it. Like, wow. And that is all you needed to know. Dylan Gabriel's available to play this week, but it's not going to start because there's no way you could possibly make that change. Let him get another start and see how it goes. So I'm happy for him.
And I don't think Peter and I were hating on Allen's pick as much as we felt that it was more his heart than his head making his three-point play.
I was lost in emotion. I admit it.
So I thought it was a risk, but it wasn't a bad pick. And I think it would be. We've talked about it many times on the show. What an amazing story it would be if Shedeur made it. It would be one of the great stories of all time.
Well, and this is where things get complicated, nuanced, and we end up in a world these days where people just go like default feeling if you don't love something is hate. I am simultaneously rooting for Shedeur. Wanted to watch every single play from scrimmage and see what he did. And yet I also watched it and thought, this is what I've always thought about him when I watch him play. It doesn't look quite right to me. I want him to be good. His motion's weird. He puts too much under the ball. I just don't love the way he plays. But I still am rooting for him to win. And if I turn out to be wrong and he turns out to be a complete stud, or maybe he's one of those guys, like, for example, I never really enjoyed watching Roethlisberger play, but he won. Week in and week out, he just found a way. He was just a tough SOB who won football games. I will be the first one cheering for it. But I'm still allowed to be critical of what I see when I watch the man play.
Yeah. No, you guys have every reason to say what you said. I have been such a proponent of his since the draft that I felt like in that moment, especially coming off like the last couple of weeks where I've been god-awful, I said, the hell with it. I'm riding this thing like Seabiscuit
Why not?
to see where it goes.
Right.
And I came out a winner. Nobody was more shocked than me. Right? But I'll take it. Blind squirrel, baby.
Anthony, what happened to our the shots we have of Allen and Don here?
For some reason, it's 2 shots of my booth that I'm not in.
How?
That makes me.
I don't know, but there's one hand. There's the other hand. There's both hands. Look at that.
What, you stuck your hand into the camera?
Well, I'm just, for whatever reason, it's shooting everything in the booth but me. And right now I've stuck my arms out, and now you have my arms.
Yeah, it looks like
you just have to wait a second for it to show up.
That is bizarre. That is horrifying.
It's a funhouse mirror.
I'm Peter Rosenberg.
Wow.
I can't believe that Allen got 3 points with the Browns.
Well, I don't understand what is happening here. I guess maybe
now we got him back.
I guess Allen I think maybe got disconnected, and so then it's making Don's shot wacky.
My connection here at MSG is not very good.
Could you see what just happened?
I did. No, I missed all of it because I had
somebody load that up and send it out. That was fun.
Now we're all back, but it was tremendous. I really enjoyed that.
You didn't get stuff like this on Yes.
No, it's true. All right, let's go to this is important. Brian in Sleepy Hollow wants to weigh in on cake versus pie. What's up, Brian?
So have you guys stated that cheesecake is pie earlier in the show?
I was asking that question before. What do we do with cheesecake now? How do we?
Because that makes it close, and cheesecake boys come into play. But I think I'm going to take.
Why is cheesecake pie?
Because it really isn't cake.
Why? And it's in a pie plate.
It's not layered. It's in a pie plate.
Then what is something like what is the creme brulee then? What do you categorize that as?
Creme brulee is a pie. It's got a crust, right?
No,
no.
What
is happening?
No, you can't. You're not taking creme brulee and tres leches.
Taking it all.
You
Taking
can't.
it all,
no,
baby.
Tres leches is cake.
It is cake. I know.
It's called cake.
But a cake has layers. Yes.
Yes.
Not always.
Like onions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not always that. It's, to me though, you taking cheesecake doesn't have crust on top. Bottom crust isn't what makes the pie.
On Thanksgiving night? On Thanksgiving night itself. Because I find that pie is easier to eat. It's where cake is heavy.
True.
You
True.
could,
although I will say,
your portfolio
Brian,
with pie,
Brian, I feel you. Now, but Brian, I'll say this though. You're talking about a very specific kind of cake. There is Natalie makes this fluffy biscuit cake that's super light and airy with kind of whipped cream and biscuit soaked in milk. It's all very airy and light. It doesn't always have to be fudgy and heavy. The Cake has diversity. Cake has
Listen,
a
Cake
lot
is
of
great.
different ways.
We had to choose, and we chose pie. But we're not disrespecting Cake. We're not haters like the caller was claiming. You just said yourself, just because you put something ahead of the other doesn't mean what comes in second is hated. We love Cake, just not pie.
Bobby and Belmore. Hey, Bobby.
Hi, how are you? I want to get to the Mount Rushmore of goalies, but second, Donnie, you were. That was congratulations. I didn't congratulate any on last year.
Thank you.
I apologize. But Hughes incident, it sounds very fishy to me. The guy must have had a few brewskis. How does a professional athlete fall down on glass, Don? Doesn't make any sense.
Oh,
but
he
who
cut a
knows
finger
what
on a
happened?
glass. It happens. I mean, you fall into something. I'm not. They said nothing nefarious happened. I don't know if he was drinking. I don't know if it had anything to do with just a freak accident. But hopefully we get him back.
Okay, let me get to the Mount Rushmore of goalies.
Right on topic.
Ken Dryden, 6-0 Stanley Cup Finals. Billy Smith, 4-1 Stanley Cup Finals, 19 straight series. Wah, 4-1 Stanley Cup Finals. Two cups on two different teams. Brodeur, 3-2 Stanley Cup Finals. Played in the Stanley Cup Final at age 38. How would you rank them 1 to 4?
Well, Patrick Waugh would be number one to me because he's got the bigger body of work. So what did he say? So Waugh, I would go Waugh, Brodeur, Billy Smith, and Ken Dryden. What hurts Ken Dryden is the body of work just isn't as extensive. He's kind of like the Sandy Koufax of hockey, right, Alan? Didn't play a ton.
Right.
And plus
Billy
he was on an
Smith
all-world team that just had all kinds of talent. Same with Billy Smith.
Billy Smith behind Brodeur, I don't know. I mean, a guy won 19 straight series. I mean,
No, he did. But
that'll
again,
definitely
loaded
get
with Hall of Famers, right? I mean, how many Hall of Famers besides Billy Smith? Poffin's a Hall of Famer, Bossy's a Hall of Famer, Trotier's a Hall of Famer, Gillies is a Hall of that's a lot. Stacked. Head coach, a Hall of Famer. Brodeur had 3 different coaches for his cups. Also changed the game as far as being able to handle the puck. They put the trapezoid in because of him. Listen, you can't go wrong with any of those 4. But Alan, how would you go with the 4? I went Waugh, Brodeur, Smith, and Dryden.
Yeah, I again, if you're just going with body of work, because there's some names that aren't even on that list because they weren't able to participate.
Right, those are the 4 he gave me. Listen, Dominic Hasek has to be on a list of one of the greatest
Hasek is the guy I'm thinking of, but it's like obviously he didn't appear in as many cups as those guys.
And where are you putting Clint Malarchuk?
Yeah, well, I mean, Clint Malarchuk. That's a good pull. It's a very strange pull, actually.
But that's as forced as one of the Allen drops. You forced that.
No. But I just wanted to play the music.
Okay. I don't mind that.
I'll try to come up with a better one for you. Give me a moment.
You could have said like Chris Osgood. That would have been.
No, that's not his. He's a better goalie. Osgood was better than Malarchuk.
Well, Malarchuk,
he's famous for the skate, but
the problem is that's why I didn't want to say.
Then how? Okay, fine.
His claim to fame is not fame.
But how about this? How about that? I mentioned why are we overlooking the great Don Beaupre?
That's pretty good. He did play in a cup final.
Damn right he did.
For who?
Post-Capitals Beaupre.
No, this would be pre-Capitals Beaupre.
Pre-Capitals Beaupre.
Pre-cap, baby.
Pre-cap Beaupre.
Come on, if you get this.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm buying your Trader Joe's tomorrow.
Wow. Hold on. This is big. This is big. Trader Joe's on the line?
Yeah, this is pre.
But here's
$20 of Trader Joe's can take you the rest of the week.
But that I know. But that means I'm thinking about a late 80s, because he was already the Caps goalie by like early 90s. Oh.
Come on.
I'm in the right era, right? No?
I mean, you're in the right decade.
Yeah, you're in the right decade.
Oh.
All you got to do is name the team.
Yeah. But we don't.
Was he a starting goalie?
Well, yeah, absolutely. You can't Google this, man. It's over.
I'm not
watching him. I'm watching him.
I'm not Googling it.
Don't you dare. And Pusick, stay out of his ear.
Does Pusick know? I'd be very impressed.
Well, he'd be able to look it up.
Give it Campbell or Wales? Give me some.
Well,
this
it
is
would
Campbell.
be Campbell.
It's Campbell. Okay.
Yeah, Donnie, you know it, right? Top of your head.
Oh, you know it off the top of your head. So
yeah.
But the fact that you even asked him means it's still a little bit of a reach, because you wouldn't have asked if
I'll
it was
say
like,
this: the team doesn't technically, they do exist, but not where they played then.
Yeah, they moved.
Yeah.
Oh God, this is.
But yet, there's an NHL team there where they used to play.
Yes. And when that team plays, like has a throwback night or something,
yes,
they'll honor this team.
That's right.
The Minnesota North Stars.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Give me some Trader Joe's in my belly.
Well, I mean,
no, I got it. You didn't make any sort of caveat.
Yeah, you did now.
All right.
You didn't. I'm there.
All right.
I feel bad. You probably wanted to.
Don't feel.
This is
don't
not
feel-
deserved, but by
the
the letter.
But you know what I'm
of the
going to
law.
buy you at Trader Joe's?
What?
A beautiful, delicious apple pie.
Oh, I love it.
Oh.
Now, real quick, which cup? Who did it? Which?
It was 81, right, Don?
81 against the Islanders.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know Donnie Beaupre was a Stanley Cup goalie in 1981.
Well, he was very young.
Now, by the way, good news for Allen today. Allen's visuals look absolutely perfect because Don looks like he's a flip book from the 1980s. I mean, it doesn't even look like...
I'm on my iPad. What do you want?
I don't know. Alan, are you able to see him?
Yes, I can, and it's just. I told you, his Christmas gift is on its way. I can't wait to give it to him. It's going to change everything.
But it's not going to change the camera. If he's using this camera, it's not going to change anything.
No, I'm on it.
I'm on it. I think the kids had it too much this weekend.
We got maybe it's that he zoomed in too much because of the big zoom. We're losing some pixels, is what you're saying.
The big zoom.
Yeah, because the second he goes further back, he looks better.
Yeah, he's in the problem is it's choosing wide front camera, and he has to know to choose front camera instead. That's all.
Yeah, we got to work out with old Pappy down.
We're gonna get it right.
All right, guys, I'll tell you one place we can celebrate all of this is the ESPN New York holiday party, which is back, baby. K-Show.
It never went anywhere.
No, it didn't, but it's back again. It's the K-Show and our show, Don, Hahn Rosenberg, all together at your mother's house in Garden City, Long Island, on Friday, December 12th. And we're once again collecting unwrapped toy donations this year to benefit the Garden of Dreams. It all kicks off at 1 on Friday, December 12th, at your mother's house. Brought to you by Amazon Pickup, Security Dodge, and Spiked Aid.
Oh, great.
Now, well, John Winthrop is asking us to come up with a good guest to try to find in Long Island, on the island, if you will. If you have any good suggestions, friends of the show we should be reaching out to that you think we can nag and hassle into showing up, let us know, and I will. Yeah, and they're willing to do it on the arm.
On the arm.
All right,
Peter?
Yeah, exactly. We'll try to figure it out.
We're going to make it as challenging as possible.
We'll take your calls to close out the hour. Then Ian and
anybody's got a book to promote
right here on DHR.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same day and next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. J. Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
Holiday cheer starts here. Stop by participating Optimum stores through December 20th for giveaways and Saturday visits with Santa and friends. Visit Optimum.com/Santa to learn more.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Don't miss Target's swag bag giveaway.
Be one of the first 100 shoppers in line at any Target store on Black Friday and snag a free Shimmer tote bag with holiday goodies inside. Plus, 10 lucky shoppers who snag a bag will score a free bonus gift, like a Ninja slushie, Beats Solo 4 headphones, a Life and hairdryer, or a $100 Target gift card. Don't miss Target's Black Friday swag bag giveaway. Only on Black Friday, only at Target. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Must be 13 or older. For full details, including odds, see official rules at target.com/events.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Some stages celebrate. This one tests everything. Every drive, every approach, every putt. Pressure builds, resilience matters, and history waits for the bold. In June, the 2026 U.S. Open Championship returns to the Hamptons at the iconic Shinnecock Hills Golf Club. Experience the world's best golfers competing on one of the sport's most storied stages. Don't just watch greatness, experience it live at the 126th U.S. Open. Daily tickets are available now on SeatGeek.
Video back is, of course, our Twitter account. Hahn Rosenberg has posted the video of Don doing jazzy hands with Peter in the middle. It is. It almost is like the Crazy Eddie commercial with the insane. With that's quite a visual, boys.
God, we're really spontaneous thinkers, aren't we?
Such great talents we have over here.
Yeah.
Let's keep the calls going before we get to ENN. But this is a lot of pie and cake. Let's go to Jay. Sounds crazy. Let's go to Jay. Hey, Jay.
Hey, fellas. So, I always thought cake of being more for personal milestone celebrations like birthdays and weddings, and pie for the holidays. So I've always kept it pie. I'm a big coconut pie guy myself, but do as you wish. You know, do what you wish. But love the coconut.
Like
Peter, man, you can't do Entenmann's pie, man. That's a cardinal sin, man. Guys are slaving. People are slaving over the stove. You can't come with a supermarket cake. You got to go bakery, man.
Yeah, but that's not just any supermarket cake, though.
Yeah, you got to understand Entenmann's, man. It's different.
Yeah, I love Entenmann's, but real quick, if I may, I got a quick question for Alan on the Knicks because you're close to them. I'm not concerned yet, but I am perplexed as to the whole Jekyll and Hyde of winning, like being world beaters at home, but you can't even barely beat the Dallas Mavericks on the road. And the old adage is always role players play better at home than on the road. Should I be concerned, or do you see something that may be a bit of a red flag right now, or is it just a matter of just guys gelling and playing together, and we'll start seeing these road games? So thank you for taking the call.
You got it, Jay. I mean, my red flag right now is the defense is not good. That's as simple as that. It's got to get better. And, tonight's not a game to overlook because it's the Nets and they got a bad record. What are they, 3-13? But they've been playing harder lately, and if you slip tonight, it's embarrassing. So I am concerned about the defense. Mike Brown says they'll get it right, that they will be good enough. They miss OG Anunoby, but that's why you don't play well on the road, because as the old adage says, defense travels, right? If you don't play good defense and you're playing teams that even if they're not good or missing players, but they are more comfortable at home, and you're going to get beat. And that game in the second half in Orlando was bad defense. It wasn't bad offense. Their offense is fine. Their defense is a problem, and it's the same issues, the three-point defense that forces you to run around a lot because they're knocking down threes and just takes the pain away, and then the pick-and-roll defense with, Towns struggles in that. So we saw this last year. It's not a new thing, but it's rearing its ugly head early this season, and they've got to get that fixed because that's not championship caliber defense they're playing the last 5 games.
Let's go to Brad in Montclair. What's up, Brad? What do you got?
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, I wanted to comment quickly on Hal's comments earlier, and just that, it seems like kind of made explicit some things that have kind of been bubbling beneath the surface, and it's like you just wonder, like, can this guy afford to own the Yankees? And it's like, when you depend on franchise revenue, operating revenue to pay for everything, it's tough to compete with hedge funders.
Brad, hang on a second. Brad, how much did they spend on payroll this year?
No, but I hear you. 300, 350.
How
whatever,
much did they? But I just want to do this exercise with you. How much did he spend on payroll last year? The year before?
350.
Okay. How much? And then the year before that?
300 to 350.
Exactly. So you see, the point is, it's not about how much he's spending. It's about how it's being spent, Brad.
No, I disagree. It's how much he can afford to spend, because that is his upper limit.
Well, he's affording to spend the top percent of payroll of any other team in the league.
But I think, not to speak for you, what's the name of the caller again? I'm sorry.
Brad.
It's Brad.
I think what Brad's point is that there are rumors that since Cohen has owned the Mets, he has lost $200 million. He can afford to lose money because he's dipping into his own hedge fund money to be able to throw in. Hal can't do that. Hal's not going to lose money to make money, right? Like he makes money, but he doesn't have a bottomless pit of money like some of these owners do, which puts them at a bit of a disadvantage. Yes, they have the third highest payroll, but if they ever wanted to challenge the Dodgers, he might lose some money. Should he have to lose money in order to have the highest payroll in baseball?
No, he shouldn't have to.
No, he shouldn't have to do that.
And I think that's the point I'm trying to make, that everybody keeps missing, is the point I'm trying to make. Like Cohen losing that much money, that's not good business.
No, but it doesn't matter. It's not how he makes his money. It's how Hal makes his money.
But you could say that he could afford to do it, but it's still bad business, and you're mostly going to fail the more you succeed doing it that way. What I'm saying is that Hal Steinbrenner is still writing really, really big checks.
But
I don't think they're holding the right guy accountable. Not him. Don't blame the owner.
You're right on that front. But look at the Bellinger situation, right? It's possible that if the Mets want him, then they'll just overpay for him, and eventually Steinbrenner's going to have to tap out long before Cohen would have to tap out. Now, is that fair? Now, nobody's going to cry poverty for the Yankees, so nobody feels bad for them. But Cohen might say, I'll lose a few bucks, but I want Bellinger.
Okay, great. But again, you wouldn't be in that situation if not for other contracts, other deals that you made that aren't really the smartest deals, that you are now paying off, that you still have $72 million in 4 players, one of them not even playing for you anymore, in DJ LeMahieu.
Right. But
you got to understand, there's some decisions that are going to fall on someone else. Not that I can't afford it, is that I'm giving you plenty of money to compete. You're just not spending it wisely.
I know, but listen, Cohen had the same situation when he had to buy his way out of the Scherzer and Verlander contracts, and that didn't stop him from getting Juan Soto. So
that was his own fault.
The point is that that's why if you had a cap, it would just come down to who does better with their money. And maybe the Yankees would lose even more because they haven't done well with their money.
I don't think the cap would help the Yankees.
Is it fair? And this is coming from a Met fan. Is it fair that somebody can go to a bottomless pit of money because he's worth $16 billion, and then the Yankees, and it's hard to believe it, but I'm saying this, can be looked upon as a mom and pop because Hal's a billionaire because of the Yankees.
Yeah. I think I said that a couple of years ago, and I got chastised for it.
But
when
it's
I
true.
Said the Yankees are basically, not in reality, but basically a mom and pop. That's what it is. It's a family-owned business.
Yeah, a rich mom and pop, but a mom and pop.
That's what I mean. It's again, essentially, not in reality, but essentially that's what it is. What goes in helps what goes out. That's it. That's how it works. And they still have to come away with a profit to pay everybody, including those who own the team. You still want to come away with something. You don't want to be in the red every year. You can't afford to do that. It's not a real thing because there's no other revenue streams unless, of course, you want to use Yankee Stadium and some of the other stuff that they have involved with the Yankees that help make them money, including the network. But
it's nothing like these other teams that have tons of other corporate interests that can make so much other money.
What the Dodgers do? Absolutely not.
Totally different animal. All right, we take a break here. ENN next. We're going to play some of that Hal Steinbrenner audio and much more right here on Hahn Rosenberg.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the night. We've got the Rangers home at MSG. If you're going to drive into Midtown, definitely want to stick with the west side over the east side of town. FDR just bumper to bumper in both directions, heading over to the 59th Street Bridge. Nets are hosting the Knicks at the Barclays in Brooklyn, crawling on the BQE, heading over to Atlantic Avenue. Westbound, especially tough. You're not moving much from the LIE in Queens. Best ride to the outbound George, southbound Deegan and Henry Hudson. Cross Bronx westbound, crawling from the Bronx River Parkway on through. Inbound George about 10 to 15 for the upper deck, a lower level in pretty good shape. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 15 to 20. Outbound Holland going to run you at 20 to 30. Devils are home at the Rock in Newark, packed on 280 in both directions, approaching 21 in the Stickle Drawbridge. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right, pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has all the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats right at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy teams synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for three.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is an ENN Special Report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Hi, everyone. How are you? Welcome to ENN.
Ray Rowe.
You ever watch YouTube?
I'd like to start off by saying good evening to Alan.
Wait for the splash.
And to Don.
And a whole family of no-motivated losers.
That was quite a take.
And good evening to myself.
Turkey, ducky, turkey, ducky.
And a whole family of no-motivated losers.
Rudy's whole family caught it.
I can't believe that hasn't received a bigger reaction, angry reaction yet.
No.
The last time I called up, I was not high. I was pooping in my pants.
Sit, you stink.
He says a lot of stuff, this guy.
Well, the whole family of frauds. Not one of them could rub 2 high school diplomas together.
Not one of them could rub 2 high school diplomas together. I got
a little heat from my Rudy take.
You got a little heat, but I thought it'd be way hotter.
But because they were, what were they, steel workers, whatever. They worked hard. The
salt of the earth family.
You know what?
Irish immigrants.
But it's a movie, okay? It's all fake.
Well, no, it's based on a true story.
It's actually based on a real story.
But I'm talking about the movie. I don't. Do I know that the girlfriend was stolen by the brother? Is that factual? They probably took some liberties.
Why would they throw that in of all the things for Rudy Rudiger to say? Yeah, let's put that in the movie. My brother took my high school girlfriend.
There's always some sort. They had to really struggle with this one, but they always try to find some kind of love angle in all these movies.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of keep everybody interested. You know what I mean?
I guess.
The football was good enough for me, but for some reason they got.
Well, that's your love interest. I love the scene with the girl when he tried to join the what was it, the pep squad or whatever,
yes.
when he was still at the other college at Holy Cross, and she said you had to be a student, and he said, well, I'm going to play for the team one day, and she kind of laughed at him. Then he's at practice.
Oh, that's a money moment, right?
And he's right over it. He says, hey, do I know you? That's
It's a great movie, though.
That's a good flex right there.
It's a really good movie, too. I mean, the end is tremendous. It's a great film, and Don just completely pulverized
he ruined it. I can't believe Feinbaum didn't play this on his show and then just let all the callers just have that
done. I
done.
ruined the movie. I just keep it in a perspective. That's all.
Yeah, you ruined
Just shoved it right up the you-know-what.
Because
That's it.
they're
Took something
Fugazi
beautiful, made
fans
it
of
ugly.
Notre Dame. None of them went there at all.
Well, they didn't have any money.
The brother
Notre
didn't
Dame's not cheap,
have any
you know.
respect for the guy. No, because he said, enough of this. I want to be different. I want to be better, and I'm going to go to Holy Cross, and I'm eventually getting to Notre Dame. And they made fun of him. His brother made fun of him. Where's that guy now? Most likely dead.
No, jeez.
You don't know.
Well,
most likely dead.
Most likely.
It's not
I
what you
guess
look.
so. Dead inside if he's not actually dead.
It's your tittle.
But we're having some fun.
Sit, you stink.
You're a sex-starved filth
but
bag.
I'm willing to debate anything except Rose being pure evil.
Well, we know
that
how
I'll never let go.
We know how you feel about that. There's Michael Myers, there's Freddy Krueger, there's Rose from Titanic. And others have tried to steal that take from you, but that's a Don LaGreca take.
Thank you.
Well, guys, Shedeur Sanders gets his first dub, and he will get another start.
There you go. Why wouldn't he?
Well, Dylan Gabriel is back, physically ready to go. However, Kevin Stefanski has announced the starter against San Francisco on Sunday will be Shedeur Sanders. According to Stefanski, quote, the number one job of a quarterback is to win. So excited to get that first win under his belt, and the next thing is improvement. And that's what young players do. Certainly young players do. You get one game better, and that's just from working it. So that'll be our focus.
All right.
You like that?
It's great.
Well, he deserves it.
Coach, what did you see from young Shedeur?
Obviously, first start for any young quarterback, you're always going to make sure the operation is how you want it, and I thought by and large was good. There's things that we can clean up, and obviously that goes on all of us. That's coaches, that's the players, the quarterback, where we can clean up some of our operation, but I thought communication was really good throughout the day with him, and then like you mentioned, the big plays down the field. Obviously, that first one to IB was very, very high degree of difficulty with that play. Are there things that he can do better? Absolutely. We've already talked about that with him. He has the mentality that he will make the adjustments to the speed of the game, make the adjustments to what people are giving us to make those improvements.
Wow. Is that a backhanded compliment or what?
A little
Was
bit.
there a lot there to clean up? Yeah. Did it look great? You know, it didn't.
Yeah, but guess what? That's what young players do.
But young players do. We can now start coaching him because we haven't done that since he showed up. We'll start doing that now, though.
We didn't really want him on the team, so we didn't give any
we didn't want him around. But now that he's here, what the hell?
But you'd rather that than exaggerate what's not there. And there's a lot of work to be done, but he's going to get an opportunity to work on it. That'll be a good defense to go up against next week against San Francisco. That's kind of I know that it's got playoff implications and everything. Kind of a dud tonight, no?
Oh, it's filth.
No.
Filth is strong, but it's...
Knicks Nets will be more interesting.
Wow, that's saying something.
Do you smell it, guys?
Yeah, I do too.
It smells like Thursday.
It does smell like it smells like a Wednesday.
You don't see. I mean, these are teams winning records, but you just don't see Carolina on a Monday night.
Is it a winning record?
I mean, it's a record.
It's a record. What are you really winning?
Hey, somebody's got to represent the South, right?
That's right.
I mean, Atlanta won yesterday.
Oh, God, barely.
I see Kirk Cousins got in there and did some damage.
Sure did.
What did the hands again, Peter?
Oh,
I'm going to do it every time it happens.
Is this happening again?
Yeah.
I need Peter to say Crazy Eddie insane with Don doing the hands.
Crazy Eddie insane.
No, come on. You got to do it like he did in the commercial.
I don't think he knows the commercial. I don't think he's familiar with it.
No,
Yeah, you're not from here.
I think the only thing he knows about Nobody Beats the Wiz would be Seinfeld.
No,
and they never did any Crazy Eddie on Seinfeld.
Well, there's so much stuff you've got wrong here. Number one, it's the fact that Biz Marquis's classic record, Nobody Beats the Biz, is based on the Nobody Beats the Wiz theme song.
So
Number two...
Wouldn't it make you want to hear it?
Makes me want to hear Nobody Beats the Biz.
The background?
And I've seen the old commercials, and there was Nobody Beats the Wiz was a chain. It made it to DC.
It did.
I shopped at the Wiz.
It did that well.
I read the Crazy Eddie book.
Okay, see,
that's
a book about
documentary.
Because there's a lot of illegal things were happening to keep that place in business.
Don, what is the most wildly random book that you've read? You think
it might be that?
It's up there, huh?
That might be that. What am I? I'm reading the Bob Saget book. That's not random, right?
I just wanted to play that drop.
Still random.
Yeah.
Still random?
Keep going. Yeah, keep going.
Stranger Pulls.
Well, the Curtis Armstrong is probably top 5. Booger from Better Off Dead.
What?
That's Booger from Revenge of the Nerds, do you admit?
Booger from Revenge of the Nerds, and then whatever he was in
Better
Off Dead. And then
that's the thing.
I enjoy his work.
Alan,
if
listen.
someone handed you that book and you're like, who?
I read it cover to cover because I love Moonlighting. I love Better Off Dead. I love the Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh my God.
He's in 3 great things, and he was good in all of them.
It's not enough. I mean, listen, I'm not
was he the assistant in Moonlighting? He was like the
Yes.
He worked in the office or something, right? And he always wanted to be a detective, but they wouldn't let him.
Right.
You
And I read Jordan's book. That's not random. That's a book about the Giants.
Oh.
Right?
Jordan Rana. No, that's not random.
That's Jordan Rana. I like how he says he drops Jordan like we should know. It's not Michael Jordan. I read Jordan's book.
Well, because he's a part of the show. I think most people knew.
No, I thought Michael Jordan.
When you say Jordan's book, I'm like, oh, he read
When
Jordan's
you said you read Jordan's book,
yeah,
I absolutely thought you meant Michael Jordan had a book.
Yeah.
But we're
And I was
talking
like, wow,
about
which one?
I'm trying to fight. All right, you're right.
No, listen.
I'm sorry. I had too much respect for a friend of the show.
No, listen. We love him. We
That's
love
what
him.
it is.
Why did Anthony have to go to the one shot of me putting on my jacket?
I don't know. That was so wrong.
Yeah, it was
He didn't
fun,
have to do that. I just wanted to put on my jacket, and he went to the one shot just to make fun of me. While I'm trying to make fun of Don for reading random books. Now, the truth is, I'm jealous, Alan, because I'm not a good reader. I cannot read. That doesn't play.
I can do the far shot for Don if you want. You want to see that one? Hang
No,
on.
don't do that.
But I just struggle to get through books, and Don can knock them out very quickly.
History of the Hartford Whalers done.
Right?
Oh,
that, yeah.
History of the
Hartford Whalers? Yeah.
Done.
Phenomenal.
Alan cut out right when I went to the Don far away shot. You're going to see it now, Peter, in like 15 seconds
I'm
on the
frozen again.
on the program. Look at that. There he is.
I'm waiting for it.
No.
You missed it.
See, nothing.
I see the faraway shot of Don waving, enjoying a coffee. I like the wide shot of Don. But yeah, I'm jealous. I wish I could read books like Don does. The joke in my family to this day is that every book report I ever did was Larry Bird Drive. It was a few. All right, moving right along, friends. As you know, after Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns beat the Vegas Raiders, Chip Kelly out in Vegas. Here's Pete Carroll. Why fire Chip Kelly now?
We've worked for a long time trying to come together, communicate, and trying to get so it fits the style of play that we want to play with, and we didn't quite get it done, and I could feel it coming that we were, and I was working at it, and Chip was working at it, and he's been a phenomenal coach, and his past is extraordinary with all the things he's accomplished, but at this time.
As much as Alan doesn't want to hear it, what Pete Carroll was going to say was because we lost to Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, it can't get any worse. The guy's not a pro. We lost to an amateur quarterback.
But Pete, that's your defense, man.
Well,
that's your defense. What we lost to Shedeur Sanders, and Chip Kelly's like going, well, I'm not the one on. I'm not coaching defense. Guy, seriously, guy's throwing a wiffle ball out there. You can't stop him. Stop. That.
Yeah, but the offense ain't doing it either.
But don't you? True, they were terrible. But the Browns' defense isn't. That's not trash. They had 10 sacks.
No, listen.
That's a good defense. They just
I know
have
we
no
made
offense.
fun of the Jets for not doing anything, the Raiders for not doing anything. A lot of teams don't do anything against this Browns defense.
Yeah.
If Browns had any kind of offense, they'd be a playoff team.
Real quick, so here's how the Raiders tease you this year. They win. They beat the Patriots
in
New England, 20-13 to start the year, like you dream about.
Right.
Well, at the time you didn't think so. But
No, you didn't know, but it's a good win.
that aged well.
Then they lose immediately to the Chargers, get smoked by my commies, lose a tight one to the Bears, get absolutely obliterated by the Colts, drop to 1-4. Then they play the Titans, always a nice spot, get a win back there. And then blanked by the Chiefs 31-0.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Lose a heartbreaker to the Jags, lose a close one to the Broncos, smoked by the Cowboys, and now a 2-touchdown loss to the Browns. This is not working out so far, the Pete Carroll thing.
No.
This is year one, guys?
Yeah.
This is year one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you listen, we'll see how this thing plays out in the offseason and going into next year, but
He's
He
73.
won't be one and done there.
he can't be one and done. But he's also not buying ripe bananas, as a wise man might say. You got to make this thing happen.
I think it's green bananas.
Yeah, probably green.
What did I say?
Ripe is the ones he wants.
Sorry, you know what?
You're buying ripe bananas.
He shouldn't buy green bananas.
Right.
He should buy almost brown bananas. Very right. Joe Burrow is back, baby.
Yeah. So we can have the hat trick of good games on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, completing the trifecta of interest come Thanksgiving, because that nightcap against the Ravines will now mean something. The Bengals quarterback projected to make his return Thursday night. Zach Taylor said it on Monday, and Joe Burrow confirmed it on Instagram, which means it's official. That's how you know, guys.
Thanks,
Well, that's
Joe.
our news. It used to be the New York Times. Now we go to Instagram.
Right.
Oh, I didn't even know about this. Daniels update. Washington Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels will return to practice this week, but is still considered a long shot to play against the Broncos on Sunday.
Yeah,
I go ahead and leave him out.
Yeah, let's. We're not sure he's ready, but let's throw him against one of the best defenses in football. See how that works out.
I'm going to go ahead and say they wait through that one, especially if he's remotely tentative.
By the way, if the whole Moses thing, Alan, happened today, would God have released the 10 Commandments on Instagram?
It's a great question.
Well,
because tablets was the Instagram of the time.
I mean, and by the way, the presentation, right? Like, think about how aggressive it was, too. Like, can you really have that kind of a reveal on Instagram? That level of a reveal?
I don't know.
I just think how many people would have just held up their phones and shared it as Moses came down?
I just love the Mel Brooks History of the World part.
Oh, the 15?
Where there was 15 commandments, and he dropped one of the tablets. It just became that. What were the other 5, Peter? We'll never know. But guys, I'm going to leave because apparently when I sneak out, you give the whole Irish goodbye.
Are you going to say goodbye? Is it Irish
Even
goodbye?
though we had a whole regime of program directors who said, "Don't say anything when you go." Hopefully, people will just think Don had nothing to say for the last 40 minutes.
That was the old way.
No, people are.
No, you say goodbye like a gentleman.
But I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to head downstairs. The Devils are taking on the Detroit Red Wings. I'll see you on MSG,
and we'll see you tomorrow.
Are we all together tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes.
And
together.
And now, because you said that lovely goodbye, we can fade out the noise from The Rock. So it
Bye, Donnie.
Well, wasn't that much of a fade. It was
that was a pretty abrupt.
It was still pretty abrupt, but
yeah.
What are we going to do? Now, I promised we would play you the, and I don't know why this is a flex, but I'm going to play you the Hal Steinbrenner audio. But listen, the good news about Hal Steinbrenner audio is it's not Brian Cashman audio. So here's Hal Steinbrenner, because that's surefire put you to sleep.
Oh God, yeah.
Hal has some life in the voice. Here's Hal. First on the team's needs.
We're looking at every area of need, and we will deem which needs are most significant and which aren't. We still need another outfielder. We have options. We need to improve the bullpen for sure. I really love our starting rotation next year. We got to get through April and get Cole back and Rodon back, but it's going to be an incredible rotation if everybody comes back as planned. And I think we're pretty good on the infield as well. But we're going to look at all options like we always do, as I just said, and see what's possible and what's not.
All right.
That doesn't sound like a guy that's looking to pinch pennies.
What needs to improve?
Mental mistakes, base running for sure, which is why we made a change there, has been a thorn in our side most of the season last year or this year. So yes, whatever concerns that they have, it's not just them. Obviously, Cash is involved too, intimately involved. We're going to make a change and we're going to do better at it. But if you're asking specific about this year, the base running mistakes was not good. So we've made a change there, coaching wise, and we're going to expect better results this year.
Yeah, I'm glad that he's called that out. That's important. By the way, side note, and I think this has been said many times, but I'll say it anyway just because we're hearing his voice, is it's amazing how much he sounds like a parody of his father.
Does he really?
The way he talks?
That is the vibe of George?
Yeah, and I don't think this is just how he talks, but it is really like it does sound like the Seinfeld Steinbrenner. It's, Larry David's version. Like, it does have a little bit of that sound. We don't get to hear from Hal a lot, right? So when we do hear him talk, especially when he talks fast like that, am I the only one? Anthony, somebody, back me up. Doesn't it have that, like, it feels like somebody doing an imitation of George Steinbrenner?
Because I don't think it sounds like the imitation of George Steinbrenner from Seinfeld.
Really?
Not to me.
What you just heard there?
Nah.
All right.
Let's listen to one more. He was asked if he makes a profit on this team.
I'm assuming you make a profit. Is that fair as well?
No, it's not fair, actually. So
you take a loss?
Don't want to get into it, but that's not a fair statement or an accurate statement. Everybody wants to talk about revenues. They need to talk about our expenses, including the $100 million expense to the city of New York that we have to pay every February 1st, including the COVID year. So it all starts to add up in a hurry. Nobody spends more money, I don't believe, on player development, scouting, performance science. So these all start to add up, John. And if you want to go look at the revenues, you got to somehow try to figure out the expense side as well. You might be surprised.
It's such a great point. And by the way, how about the $100 million even in the COVID year when they only played 60 games?
That's wild.
Right? And you couldn't sell tickets, right? Like, think about it. So you took it, and that for him to bring that up, it's 6 years later. It shows you that they must have taken such a hit that year, and they're probably still trying to recover from it. And I do believe him when it's all the infrastructure that they pay for, that they pay top dollar for. Did you see what they built in Tampa? The facility they built down there for the players? Like,
it adds up.
No, man. Like that's why I take Brian Cashman to task. I take the Yankees to task. I will never take Hal Steinbrenner to task about what he spends and how much he spends. Never.
Yeah, I never get the vibe that Hal is happy with how things are as long as he makes his bottom line.
Yeah, I know that's that feeling of, they're just happy because they sell out or they sell a lot of tickets and the business does well, so them just making the playoffs, that's fine. I don't think he feels that way personally. I don't think he operates that way. But I also think he looks at things, like practically, and instead of putting emotion into it like, damn it, whatever it takes to get Soto, we're doing it because I don't want to lose to that guy, to Cohen. He reaches that point where he's like, all right, if he wants to do that, fine, I'm not doing it. And that's being practical. Like that. I don't have a problem with any of that stuff. I'll never call that guy cheap. People who call him cheap are morons. You have no idea what kind of money this man's spending. You can't even fathom it on things you can't see. So, like what he points out there, and the fact that he also points out that the city's taking $100 million a year from him for all the different reasons. I'm sure that they have to pay. All franchises probably have to. And in a COVID year, when out of 162 games, you got 60 of them.
Now,
you're
Alan,
gonna feel that.
Alan, I only recently saw the jawing back and forth between Klay Thompson and Ja Morant after Dallas's loss to Memphis.
Yeah.
Here's Klay on Ja.
And then with Ja, he's a funny guy. He has a lot to say all the time, especially for a guy who rarely takes accountability. But you know what? That's for another day.
What did Ja have to say on this occasion?
Nothing of intelligent depth. It was really just running his mouth, and he's been running his mouth for a long time. And it's funny to run your mouth when you're on the bench. It's kind of the story of his career so far, just leaving us wanting more. We all want to see him out there and do his best, but he's just been letting a lot of other stuff get in the way of that. And we need that in the NBA. We need our best players to be out there, and when you're a star, it comes with a great responsibility, and I hate to see that go to waste.
That last part, that's passive aggressive.
You hate to see it go to waste,
right? The Bronx Tale.
You're
the wasted, right? The wasted talent.
So like true. Nothing sadder than wasted talent.
What a line that was there from Klay. But so what happened? I guess Cam Spencer was like lighting it up, and Ja was having fun with it, and he yells out like, that you're the better, you're the best shooter in the gym, not that other dude. And he's talking about Klay. And so, of course, Klay's a proud guy. He's had a proud career. He'll be a Hall of Famer.
That's right.
And, he's letting them know, like, by the way, like, this is not how we talk. But people have to understand that Ja doesn't want to be a star, even though people are making him a star. He doesn't want to act like one. He doesn't want the responsibilities of one. He doesn't want to be held accountable like one. So we got to stop doing it.
Yeah, at this point, it's just really hard to think that, with any confidence at least, that Ja's going to pull it together and be the guy we all hoped he was going to be.
And that's a buyer beware when it comes to a trade if they ever end up doing it.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I mean, that has such potential to backfire.
It's early in his career, he was fun to watch because he was bouncy. He would try to dunk on people. He was very athletic. It was exciting. And then more and more, what did people start saying? Oh, no, the Derrick Rose thing, you got to worry about it. And that starts happening. Plus the fact that there's stories about, how out of control things are in Memphis with him, the dad courtside, doing whatever he wants, walking around the building like he owns it. Like a lot of things that are going on there that have now created this monster they have right now in Memphis that is going to be very difficult for them to tame. They're not going to. And if they ever do trade him, I don't know where he's going to go that he'll be able to be, because he's got he's just got the worst attitude.
It seems like
he just wants to stay 19 years old with no responsibility.
All right, and two last things to close out. You could have easily predicted this, and I think we did, a bit of news. The Saints are bringing in Justin Tucker for a tryout, according to sources. He was suspended for the first 10 weeks of the season due to violations of the NFL's personal conduct policy. Sounded like a Deshaun Watson-ish situation. Mm-hmm. Well, he is now available, and he's going to get a chance to kick it around for the Saints. And on a positive note, Cleveland Browns great Bernie Kosar announced on social media that he's being discharged from the hospital a week after getting a liver transplant, which came more than a year after he was placed on the waiting list. You love to see it. Kosar will turn 62 tomorrow. So happy birthday and congratulations to Bernie Kosar. That'll do it for ENN. On this Monday evening, we'll say goodbye to Alan Hahn.
See y'all.
Who get into all of his big Knick coverage. And I will tell you guys about Thanksgiving because FanDuel's introducing a brand new way to build a parlay together called the Pass the Leg. All right, here's how it works. You start a group build, you add your pick, then you pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. So essentially what you're doing is you're making a pick, and then maybe your cousin's making a pick, and then your brother's making a pick, and when it's all said and done, boom, you have a parlay together because football is better when it's played and bet together. And to make it even better, everyone gets 50% profit boosts to use on their build. Maybe you want to, let's say you're going to bet the Lions to beat the Packers, cover the spread, but you have a friend take the over-under in the Chiefs-Cowboys game. But then maybe you do a Lamar Jackson anytime touchdown in the nightcap. There you have it. Your crew builds it, and you can get in the action on FanDuel this Thanksgiving with that Pass the Leg. Visit FanDuel.com/Peter to get started. FanDuel, play your game, 21 and over, physically present in New York, opt-in required, bonus issues, non-withdrawable, profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. I'm going to take a quick break. We're opening up all the phone lines, 1-800-919-3776. Every topic is on the table. Pie versus cake. The wacky week of the NFL, the New York Giants situation with Shane Bowen being out, Survivor Series, whatever you want to get to, it's all here for you the rest of the way on Hahn Rosenberg.
John Ryan.
Yeah, Dad.
I think I came up with a killer slogan for our law firm. D'Agostino and Associates, bite back.
Bite back?
Yeah. When someone hurts you, you bite back. We'll be the law firm that bites back.
Dad, that's brilliant. Accident victims, call D'Agostino and Associates and bite back. Hey, we could even put a big vicious dog on billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and Rottweilers on buses.
Hey, how about a toll-free number?
What are you thinking?
You know, like 1-800-BITE-BACK.
1-800-BITE-BACK. That's brilliant.
But what if people hear fight back?
Easy. I'll spell it out for them, like 1-800-BITE. Back. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Love it. Hey, Dad.
Yeah?
All this talk about biting back got me hungry.
Me too. Want to grab lunch?
Sure. Hey, how about a jingle?
You mean like D'Agostino, law, bite back?
The Association on Aging in New York is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Older Americans Act, which funds vital programs for millions of older adults. Services include meals, transportation, home care, Medicare counseling, case management, and caregiver support. Today, people are uncertain whether some programs remain available. We can help. To learn more about these essential programs and how to keep them, visit our website at agingny.org. Sponsored by the Association on Aging in New York.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Whether you're shopping, gaming, or streaming this Black Friday season, don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com to switch. Act now and get a full year of Netflix, an unlimited mobile line, a $400 prepaid card, and more, all on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Hockey fans and holiday shoppers, check out Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from the NHL shop. Tuesday, December 2nd at Hudson Yards, Manhattan West Plaza. They'll be talking all things hockey.
It's hockey, man.
The excitement of the season, and joined on-site by Rangers legend Mark Messier. It's all powered by Game 7 brands, bringing you closer to the action than ever before. Don't miss Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from the NHL shop, Tuesday, December 2nd.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their saving. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5S all-wheel drive for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S0754711. MSRP $31,070. Zero security deposit. Ends 12/1/25.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Clinton Yates here. The holidays are upon us, and so are the savings at Total Wine & More. Discover thousands of wines, spirits, and beers like my favorite, IPAs, perfect for every celebration and every budget. From bold reds to sparklers, you'll find the perfect wines to raise a glass this season. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find only at Total Wine & More. Curbside pickup and delivery available in most areas. See TotalWine.com for details. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Okay. 1-800-919-3776. Last call, crew. Any topic on the table. I mean anything in life. I will answer your questions on absolutely anything in life from now until 6:56 or so. I'll tell you right now, the baby just hit a new phase. It's the second you walk away and she's not getting attention, scream like a lunatic phase. I got to tell you, not as dope as the previous non-screaming at the top of her lungs phase. Yeah, hear that cute cry? I guarantee you if I check in on her monitor right now, she's screaming like a lunatic for no reason. Oh. That's her shush machine. She's not screaming. She's just staring into the distance like a psycho. You've been through it, folks. Any help or advice you have on that, I'm happy to take. Let's go to the phones. like we said, it's all on the table. We start with Kyle in New Hampshire. What's up, Kyle?
Hey, what's up, Peter?
Kyle Crocodile. What do you got, my friend?
So I have some evidence. I emailed in about Frog Friday about my mom deciding my fandom, but Don's not here, so I don't know if that's appropriate.
I mean, you could still discuss it, but I understand if you'd rather wait till Don's here. It's up to you.
Yeah, I think I'll wait for the Honorable Don to reemerge.
Because you don't want to waste it.
Things.
But go ahead, Kyle. What do you got?
Yeah, I don't want to waste it, but so about the Malik Neighbors situation, he put out that tweet, and I'm sure you guys got into it, but I think the thing that bothered me most about the tweet was that he said, like, they want us to lose.
Uh-huh.
I just found that really, like, troubling because it, as a team, like, I know he's young and all that, but, like, that's not a team mentality, right? Like, and he might want this administration gone, and I know he's referring to the coaches, but just really frustrating. And, the Giants season, it is what it is, and just real quick, so you guys have helped me through a lot of hard times. I was sick 2 years ago, and the way that my wife knew that I was better was that she heard your guys' voice playing again on my phone. So I really appreciate it, man, and thanks for everything you do.
Really glad you're doing better, man, and that's really nice to hear. That we were part of that process in any way. So wait, real quick. So when you're sick, you took a break from us. You said enough is enough. I'm sick. The last thing I need is these yo-yos talking.
No, it was like a mental health thing. So I was just not myself. I got that BetterHelp. Came back, and no, but I was just out of it. Came back.
Got it. Okay, so it was a mental. It was a mental thing. So you weren't doing your regular stuff, and then once you were doing better, she heard you back to your regular routine, listening to your show, stuff like that. I got it. Makes sense now.
Yeah, and you guys, guide me through it. And good luck on your bars. I don't know if you dropped those yet.
The bars dropped this morning. Thank you. They dropped this morning, and you'll hear them again tomorrow morning. And I'm sure I'll put them up on my social media sometime tomorrow, would be my guess. But thanks for that, man. That's really lovely to hear. Let's go. Should we? Who's up for some dick in Manhattan? Richard?
Don, Peter, Allen. Kafka was wrong on both accounts. It's an indoor game. 60-yard field goals are easy to tie the game, so you got to go up by more than 3. If the game was in the Meadowlands, a 3-point lead is pretty safe. He ain't going to kick 60 yards. Okay, here's where he was wrong, both accounts. He should have ran the ball 3 times. Okay, you have to run the ball. Why? You want them to burn their timeouts. Burn their timeouts. Now, he went for it on 4th, saying that he wanted to be aggressive. I don't mind being aggressive, but you got to be smart. If you know you're going to go for it on 4th, it doesn't matter whether it's 4th and 2, 4th and 7, and 4th and 9. You're still going to throw the ball. So you run it 3 times. Maybe not to score, maybe not to get a first down, which they couldn't get, but to make them burn their timeouts. I don't agree with it. I still would have went for the field goal, because a field goal puts you up by 6. Then their field goal will not tie the game. They'd have to drive the whole field and then kick the extra point. If you lose a game like that, if you lose a game like that where they score a touchdown without a timeout, you deserve to lose. You know what Kafka was telling us? He was telling us his defense he didn't trust. And those players aren't stupid. They knew they didn't trust. He kept saying to be aggressive. He's saying we're being smart because we want to get 2 scores. I don't trust my defense. They knew that. You don't think the defensive guys know that? Right. That's an insult. I would have never done that. That was bad, fellas. Pleasure always. Thanks, guys.
I'll tell you what. I mean, I agree with everything Richard just said. Maybe not the tone, maybe not the volume, the octave, but I mean, listen to what Richard just said. If you didn't check out, and then listen to what Malik Neighbors said in the deleted tweet. Sometimes I think they be making us lose on purpose, because it's no way, bro. You throw the ball instead of running it to make them burn 2 timeouts. Then you don't kick the field goal. Then they have to go down and score. Come on, football common sense. Am I missing something?
Yes.
What's he missing?
That they would have lost anyway.
Oh, right. Of course.
I'm telling you, Peter.
No, listen.
You know I'm right.
No.
Yes.
You may be right that they would have lost, but you still got to kick the field goal.
Fine. It still would have hurt the same way.
Fine.
No timeouts left, and then Lions drove all the way down the field and scored a touchdown to win the game?
Where did the Lions end up kicking the field goal from to tie?
It was 59 yards?
59 yards. So they didn't make it that far. If you'd given them no timeouts, you're right. Maybe Jahmyr Gibbs just breaks one off for 90. You're right.
Where's Dexter
You're
Lawrence?
Right.
Why is he over there? Oh, well, he's
You're
watching
right.
Jahmyr Gibbs run down the
But
side.
the thing is, you're right, but everything you're saying is like you're in made-up yo-yo bumchuck land.
Correct.
It's your heart. It's not real.
It's a bad place to be.
It's a terrible place to be.
Because you've seen that, Peter. It's like you've seen the
I know.
games.
They lose every week. That doesn't change.
This way. They lose this way.
But the thing is, Kafka's still in theory trying to win a job. So I just want to see him make the right choice. Let's pretend for a moment you don't believe your team's going to blow it every fourth quarter.
That'd be nice.
Because you shouldn't believe that. A real coach who doesn't believe his team's bound to blow it kicks the field goal to go up 6. And to Malik Neighbors and Richard, you never knew they'd be on the same team before.
Never.
To Neighbors and Richard's point, you're running the rock every time, so they burn the timeouts. We have gotten so cute with the play calling. Or to Malik Neighbors' point, did they want to lose?
If everybody believes that Kafka has a real chance at this job, no, he doesn't want to lose. And it almost seems like.
What if they said it's already his job, lose as much as you want?
Well, I don't know. And I don't know. Obviously, I don't think this happened, but it's almost like this was a Shane Bowen not job interview, but this is your last chance. I'm giving you this you cannot let them get the field goal
and then score
or give up a touchdown in overtime. You can't
How about
let
both?
that happen
How
again.
do you feel about both?
And you did both.
Yeah,
and now you don't have a job.
I think it's very in play that possession where the Lions had a chance to tie the game was Shane Bowen's job. It was get a stop and we win, live to see another week. Give up a field goal and lose in overtime, your time here's over. My guess is that's because the truth is Detroit has a great offense. If you end up holding on and winning 27-24, everyone feels pretty good about that.
Yeah.
But you end up giving up this field goal and then literally an effortless. I mean, I thought it was pathetic when my team went to overtime and Marcus Mariota's first pass from scrimmage was intercepted and it led to a field goal. Was that the first play from scrimmage, Anthony?
Oh, yeah.
First play from scrimmage?
Untouched.
And listen, we know aren't you just keyed in on Jahmyr Gibbs every time he's in the backfield?
Apparently not.
He's the thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. They got some other great players on offense, but he is the thing. Let's go to Josh in New Jersey. Hey, Josh.
Hey, Peter, can you hear me?
Oh, I
Can
hear
me?
Loud and clear, buddy.
Great. I just wanted to let you know I've been a big fan of you when you were doing overnights on Hot 97 since the beginning. And I appreciate you. So I just wanted to
thank you, friend.
Ask a question as far as like I've been a big hip hop fan since I was born in '81, and I know that the Big L album came out. I just wanted to know, like, do you ever think there's going to be like a documentary on Big L or Big Pun, because those are two of, in my opinion, some of the greatest hip hop artists to ever exist, and I wish there was more footage on them to.
Well, have you ever seen the Pun documentaries? There are 2 Pun documentaries. Well, one really, and then they made a second offshoot one from that. But there is a Pun documentary that's pretty detailed and like serious and kind of dark and hard to watch about some of the more the tougher things about his personality, including like abuse of his wife, and like there's a lot of hard stuff in there. But there is a Pun. I believe it's called "Still Not a Player" or something like that. I'll tell you after the break. But I have it. I own it on DVD, and I know that exists. I don't know. There's no full-length Big L documentary, but there are shorter form things that have been done on his life as well. Danny on Long Island, we're going to get to in a moment. And we'll get to all of our final calls next. 1-800-919-3776. As you can see, based on that call, we're taking it all, whatever you want to talk about, till the show ends at 7 o'clock. Thanksgiving week is here. Closing out DHR on ESPN New York.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
One 877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025. Last chance! Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes! Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
Here she comes. Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us Friday, December 12th at your mother's house in Garden City Park. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party, Friday, December 12th, brought to you by Spiked Aid, Security Dodge, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
All right, I got a game time Brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time.
It's
No,
Tully
time.
Tully time.
The Knicks.
Tully time.
Okay. The Knicks face the Nets in Brooklyn. That's coming up next here. You got the Rangers and the Blues like you dream about on 10:50 at 6:30. St. John's Iowa State is wrapping up right now. Did Iowa State just... Oh, Iowa State has won 83-82 over St. John's. Not the start you're looking for the Johnnies. An unhappy Rick Pitino walking off the floor. That's not what you're looking for, guys. So St. John's losing. Is that their second loss so far? Not ideal. Loss number 2 for the Johnnies. And Don's Devils are in Jersey facing the Red Wings at 7:30. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tully. Try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew Responsibly. And I've been telling you guys all day long about how it's going down at Thanksgiving with FanDuel's brand new way to parlay together. Pass the leg. Here's how it works. You start a group build. You add your pick. And then you pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. So let's say, for example, you want to start the day off and you want to go Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. And then in game 2, you want to go Mahomes anytime TD. And then you go Burrow over yards. Each one of you can have a different pick. Combine it all together with your friends, your family. That's how you do it. All right? With Pass the Leg. Visit FanDuel.com/Peter to get started. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and over, physically present in New York, option required, bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-OPEN-WIRE. Text OPEN-WIRE at 467-369. I did it all, guys. And Danny on Long Island. What's up, Danny?
So many things, man. So many things to comment on. First of all, you mentioned the Wiz before. I don't know if you're aware of it, but the Sizzler is making a comeback. What a time to be alive. I mean, come on.
The Sizzler's making a comeback?
The Sizzler is making a comeback. Nothing like a cheap steak and a salad bar.
I used to love a Sizzler back in the day.
Oh, fantastic. Let me ask you a question. Do you know who Max Brosmer is? Max Brosmer.
Max Blosmer. I can't say that I do. No.
Max will be the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings as J.J. McCarthy is back in protocol for concussion. So point spread just jumped up to about 12.5 points. Poor J.J. can't catch a break, but maybe he did catch a break because it's not going well. Max Brosmer.
Wow.
By the way, speaking of quarterbacks,
are you familiar with the work of David Blow is all that comes to mind here.
Yeah. But speaking of quarterbacks and all the bizarre things that happened at the Giant game, nothing more bizarre than Russell Wilson coming out for the pre-overtime coin toss because he is a team captain still, wearing a fully laced up helmet with chin strap as if he was going to jump onto the field at any point. I mean, come on. If you're Russell Wilson, you're a team captain, you have been demoted, and they ask you to go out for the coin toss. No, guys, I'm good, really. I'm going to stay right here on the bench.
I got to tell you, that's very interesting on account of the fact that he's still backing up this week. So, like, he is active, right? But, like,
he's active.
I don't know, man. That's a hard one because, someday soon he won't ever get to do this again. So I get wanting to do all the things, but I also hear you of like, hey, man, they took the job away from you.
And last but not least, Thanksgiving belongs to pie. I'm kind of with you. There's such a variety of cakes and delicious pastry-like cakes. I'm into pie. Listen, you give me an apple crumb. The word pie for me has to be followed by the word crumb because that changes it completely.
Agreed.
Blueberry crumb, apple crumb, because now you got a little something on top of the thing. But cheesecake is not pie.
Cheesecake is not pie. And I agree with you fully, Danny, that pie owns Thanksgiving. I just think cake owns the rest of the year. That's the thing for me. Let's go to Griffin in Connecticut. What's up, Griffster?
Hey, Peter. Before I get to my point, I don't know if anyone had a worse pick this week except with Don's Buccaneer pick because that game was not even close. It was over before it even started.
Wait, hold on. Don picked the Bucks?
Yep.
No way. I thought that someone did. Allen pick the Rams? I thought someone picked the Rams.
No. Don picked the Bucks.
Oh, that is all.
Yeah, Don picked the Bucks.
That deserved more time. That is.
Yeah.
That's one of the worst picks of the year. When you really break it down for how badly they got routed.
It wasn't even close.
Yeah, it was never, and I don't even know what he was thinking. If there was a game, if there was a touch there, it was clearly the Rams. I mean, the Bucks put up a good fight against Buffalo, but you know they're worn down. They have so many injuries up and down the ball, and the Rams are rolling. And it was in L.A.
I know.
That's ugly.
My point is, I want to talk about basketball. Before the season, I think Alan said this, and most of the people, all the Knicks fans said this too, automatically guaranteeing the Knicks the 1 seed and guaranteeing them the East, thinking it was them and nobody else. And Don said you got to be careful. You don't know, because the last time we said this, the Cavs came out of nowhere. I'm not saying my Heat or the Raptors or the Pistons can keep this going, but before the year, we thought it was just the Knicks and nobody else. Well, now the Heat are doing what Don likes to say, heating. You have the Raptors doing a good start, and then you have the Pistons off to their great start too. So I just think we automatically just crown the Knicks to East before we even let the season go. I think we have to let things play before we just crown things.
You're right. I mean, the fact of the matter is that the Pistons are friggin' 14-2, Gripster.
That's what I'm saying. But the worst, the other thing is the Thunder can they ever lose? 17-1?
No, it's an insane thing that this team is doing. I mean, the Oklahoma City Thunder are absolutely psychotic. No, you're right. You never know. You really can't be sure before a season starts, regardless of what you may think. Let's go to Ken in Fishkill. Hey, Ken.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Good, buddy.
Hey, so I want to give a shout out to one of my staff members. I work in right in Westchester. She's a guard for Team USA at the Deaf Olympics. They're actually going for the gold medal tonight versus Japan. So shout out to Team USA, men and women's Deaf Olympics basketball, as they're going for the gold medals tonight.
Oh, that's awesome, Ken. Wait, where are the Olympics being held?
They're in Japan right now. They're in Tokyo.
Wow. Oh, super cool, man. Thank you for that, man. I'm glad that's something that would have slipped under the radar, so I appreciate you bringing it up.
Yeah, very little people know. ESPN doesn't have it anywhere in their apps, but, if you like to follow it, the closing gold medals are all the next couple of days overnight, but you know what I mean?
Is it literally, is it every event? I mean, is it like a completely full set of events?
Yes, they have marathons, basketball. They have most of the same events. They're just not allowed to be in the Special Olympics because the way that deafness is categorized.
And, Ken, thank you for that so much. Yeah, I see Saturday, November 15th to Wednesday, November 26th. So it's ending here in a couple of days. Guys, we are all back in studio together tomorrow to get you ready for Thanksgiving. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast, and we'll catch you tomorrow at 3 p.m. right here on Hahn Rosenberg.